because we do it doggy style, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, human style would just be missionary. Dogs don't do a missionary.
Dogs can't do missionary.
Human style is missionary to dogs.
Right.
Right.
That's
Exactly,
true, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you saw two dogs doing a
I would feel like I was interrupting a super intimate moment.
You just watch like they watch you. You're like, oh shit, that's how they
Like,
do it.
ooh, they love each other.
That's so passionate, yo. Like, damn.
Look at each other.
I'm impressed right now. Like, I'm gonna just watch this.
Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 141 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
He's not on the end. He's in the studio, biatch. And we are
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Rejoice, as always, motherfuckers. And today, you know, she's friend of the show. She's been on once before, and she is on again. Probably won't be the last time. Miss Ray G.
Hello. Thank
How
you
are
for
you,
having
lady?
me back.
Good.
I'm
Thank you.
wonderful, actually.
Yeah?
I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
I'm ready for the good eats this week.
Yes.
Is this dropping on Thanksgiving?
This
Is
is
it
dropping.
Thanksgiving
This is-
today?
It's Thanksgiving today.
Happy
Today.
Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Thankful for all y'all and for
Why-
Ray showing up.
Why didn't we do a potluck?
That's true.
That's true, man. We didn't.
Green bean casserole.
That
You know
sounds like
how
a
it
really
is
smart
here.
idea.
You know how it is here. We don't really plan ahead like that.
Plus, that ASMR might be kind of gross.
Now we
I
would
don't
that
know.
would have happened after we recorded. Because if it happens beforehand, we
napping.
all falling
We're
asleep.
going to sleep.
Yeah.
No. We get the juices flowing with all the drinks and everything while we record, and then afterward, you know, you rush and eat. Because I don't know,
There was a recipe that I saw, speaking of Thanksgiving meals.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody came to your Thanksgiving dinner and they brought mac and cheese with blueberries in it, would you all be okay with that?
no.
With what?
Blueberries in
Why?
mac and cheese.
In the hell
I don't know.
would you put
So-
something
I couldn't even read the article because the picture looked so fucking gross.
Hear me out.
Wait,
I would.
are you defending
No.
blueberry mac
No,
and cheese?
I am not. I am not. But knowing me,
You would
knowing
try
me,
it.
I would try
Put a
it
scoop on
because
there.
I'm
We're
like,
good.
yo,
Just
no, it's not even. It's like, yo, man, I can't fully knock it
Until you try it.
some things you can. Some things you can.
some things
And
you
that's,
can.
that's one of them.
Blueberries isn't the worst thing that I can think of.
No,
that goes in
blueberries
there.
are dope. Separate from mac and cheese.
Yeah.
They're delicious fruit.
I'm not defending
Or berry,
them.
whatever
I
they
don't
are.
want blueberries in my mac
It
and cheese.
sounds like you're like, I'm open to the idea.
I'm not open to the idea at all. If I had my way, no, blueberries would not be
Okay.
anywhere near the mac and cheese. However, if someone brought it, me being me, right? I like sweet and savory stuff, like the mixtures. And I'm like,
Yeah.
even though like everything would tell me, yo, don't do it, I would probably just be like, small scoop, I gotta try this. Oh, nope, never again.
I mean, I guess I can respect that. I would not fuck with it at all. I would pass it right the fuck over. But props to you. You let me know how, if it's bomb, if you say, yo, on God, it's
Yo,
fire,
I'm
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Word of mouth.
That's
You got to film it and
Facts.
post it.
I would throw it in the trash and look in them dead in the eye.
Yeah.
no, I would flip the plate over so that nobody can see and I push it. I don't want to.
That's
I don't want to
possibly
cause
another
No,
thing
I'm
that I would
causing
do.
controversy.
I'm gonna let it be known.
I would probably do that too. I'd probably take a scoop of this and be like, yo, record it and be like, yo, somebody brought this
Somebody brought
to the potluck. So we're going to try this out live on camera.
the person that brought it is just watching
Yeah.
you record it. Like, yeah, what's so weird about
Yeah,
that?
no,
I don't
don't be-
understand.
Yeah.
Why is he recording my dish?
No shame, but it was this person.
And then you show them and they're just
Yeah.
eating their dinner. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
Depends on the person. Because if it's like, let's say theoretically, right, you meet your girl's family. I don't know how many times you've met them.
Oh,
or whatever,
yeah, no.
But you go over there,
No,
right?
you can't
And-
shame them.
Yeah, I
And
gotta
you
see where
can't-
you're going with this.
You can't shame them. And even worse, what if
At least not on camera.
What
I
if
mean, you could
Ash's
do it
mom
later.
is one of those moms that serve you and just gave you everything in one plate and it's already there?
It just gets
It's touching-
pushed to the side.
It's touching the cornbread. It's touching like all the other fixins.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, stuff gets put on top of it so that it's camouflaged,
Now,
and
wait
then
a
you
minute,
just
though.
don't see it anymore.
The blueberry mac and cheese, like in between two slices of cornbread, maybe.
Ooh.
If it has a chance, it's in a cornbread sandwich for sure. I could fuck with that. I think.
Oh man, we might have tried something. Man.
I think
That's some
I
high
I
shit right
slide
there.
it to the
That's some
napkin
real
and I
high
mash
shit.
it into a ball, and then I
Yeah.
just put that shit. I don't want nothing to do
Put
with
it
that.
in your pocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would, like the mutton on Seinfeld. I had mutton napkins in my motherfucking
That
pocket.
at least made it into his mouth.
He did. He
And
chewed.
he gave it a shot. He gave it the
That's
old
tough
college
though
try.
to do that. Have you done like a chew and spit into a napkin recently? When's the last time you did that?
No.
Years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's tough. It's tough to. When I was a kid, I would do that at the dinner table all the time.
All the
But
time.
They would catch me. They'd be like, "Yo, you just spit that in their fucking napkin, didn't you?" And I'd be like, "Yep, I did. It was gross."
As an adult, it's probably a lot easier because people aren't watching.
Yeah,
you
no,
eat-
that's fair.
Eat
That's
every
fair.
bite.
Why
in that
was I
situation-
being watched as a kid? Just let
You're
me
a
eat
kid,
my
man.
fucking dinner, dude.
I watch my kids all the time. I serve them their food and I just death
You stare at them
down.
while they're eating.
Like, are you gonna try that?
So they finish?
You
You
better
will
try
eat.
that shit.
Did you just spit that out? Did you? Put it back in.
You
Eat
got
it out of the napkin. You make them eat that shit right out. Chew it back down. Disgusting. I'm so grossed out right now.
I would not do that.
Okay, that's fair.
But no,
That's fair.
the rule in my house is you just have to try it. You can't say that you don't like it and you're not even trying it. It's just like, yo, eat a spoonful and then determine that. If you still don't like it after you eat it, you chew it and you swallow it, that's fair. You don't have to finish your meal.
Yeah.
So
I can
you've
respect
taken that rule that you used and
applying
you've
it to
now
himself.
applied it
Yeah.
to the kids.
Yep. Yeah, your
Hence
blueberry mac and cheese rule. Yep.
Full circle.
Yep.
Well-
That's what it's called.
No, I'm actually one. I try not to force them to eat their entire meals if they're not hungry, but also my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's so picky that I try to have her try new things because if not, then you,
Yeah.
and that was a direct result of her mom. Even though she won't admit it, her mom when she was a baby would say, you are like, she would tell like my mom or her mom, you are not allowed to give her these things because they are not healthy. And she was saying like McDonald's, fried foods, like she had like this whole laundry list of normal things that you would eat, but because it's unhealthy, it was a problem. And now my daughter barely eats like anything, just eats junk food, and it's generally sweet. And it's so because of that, it's
Messed
like
it all
I
up.
have that rule of you cannot say you do not like this if you haven't even tried it.
Yep.
If you try it, then I'll give you that at least.
I think
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But for me, the whole mac and cheese, like blueberry thing,
I still feel like
it's just
there's
sweet
some
and
personal
savory.
curiosity.
And
That's all that
curiosity.
is.
It's just
That's
like,
not-
yo, like
I feel like there's some things I just know I'm not gonna like. Like I don't have
Yeah.
to try liverwurst. I
Right.
know it's gross.
no, that's gross. But see, like now if you would have brought up mac and cheese with raisins in it, then I'm like, fuck no, I'm not even trying that. I'm not.
Hell no.
Like I like raisins.
I'm not a big raisins fan.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I do like raisins, but
Nah. People
In
put
trail
raisins
mix.
in a lot of shit
Yeah.
just
Dressing
for
like a
for
stuffing.
weird reasons. I guess like it's
raisin
like a
stuffing.
filler thing. Like
Yeah,
it adds more.
We can't afford meat,
Nah,
so we're
fuck
gonna
that.
throw raisins in this.
for me, the blueberries are so sweet. If it's a full blueberry, that's what makes me think about it.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not into it, but I at least
Well,
want to try it.
consider it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll consider trying it.
Still.
Like you said, they could be onto something. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
I mean, I fuck with the sweet and savory shit
No,
too.
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. But no,
Those two
I
just
know, I know.
seem very odd.
You may put it in front of me, and I'll go.
Depends how hungry he is.
I feel like I just seen a TikTok of somebody putting 12 eggs in the mac and cheese or some shit like that, and I was like, I don't even want to see the video.
It's
Seems
like a
excessive.
quiche. That's like a
that was
macaroni
like the-
quiche.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
point, when you got that much egg in there.
Macaroni
Yeah.
quiche. That just sounds
Seems excessive.
gross.
I do
Yeah.
love quiche though, so I
Me
feel like
too.
I would be more inclined to try that than the blueberry mac and cheese.
Yes.
I feel like
They're at least both on the
they're
savory
close.
side.
They're
yeah.
same ballpark for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I probably still would pour it into the trash in front of them.
See, I
I
don't
like
want
that.
confrontation.
I like
I don't want that smoke. I just
Yeah.
Just want to move on with my
If you're
life.
bringing blueberry mac and cheese to my house, I do want the smoke.
Then you want that smoke in return. If you woke up and chose
Yeah, you wanted
violence
the smoke.
on Thanksgiving like that, then yeah, you want it.
Yeah. Not for nothing.
We just got to fight at that point. I'm not going to put it in a certain way. We're just brawling at that point. It's got to, hands got to get
It'd be
thrown.
pretty easy. I'd be like, which one of you white folk brought this? Which one of you white folk brought
The
this?
hand comes up.
That was my first thought. Like,
Oh, 100%.
Ray?
There was no doubt in my mind that it was a white person. Like in my head, I was like, yeah, white person brings blueberry mac and cheese. That sounds delectable.
Yeah, I've seen some wild shit made online, and
Yeah.
the person was not white. So
Same.
but a majority, yes, I would have to say the
Pretty
white
typical.
people. It's all right. It's all right. But
The YT people.
I'll give it a try.
Peepo?
I'll give it a try depending on what the mixture
White
is.
people.
Yeah, people.
Peepo. We like the peepo.
Yeah.
Peepo.
You guys are ridiculous. Yeah, so why don't we get right into the first part of our show here?
Question. So we ask a lot of the would you rather questions. That's sort of a big thing. And you guys, we know about that. The question this week is, would you rather have to fight a chicken every time you get into your car, or once a year you have to fight an orangutan, but you have a sword? Which one? And you got to think a sword. He's got you have a legit sword.
Second
so
sword question of the year.
we're very big sword people. This is a sword pod for
you're
sure.
really into your sword.
We do love swords.
Yo, I'm gonna say I would rather fight an orangutan once a year with my sword.
Okay.
Now I know that this question will fail me. Why? Because it does not pinpoint when this happens.
Spontaneous. It could be you
Always
walk out
gotta
of
have
your
the sword
out
strap.
of your crib in the morning, and then all of a sudden he's there. It's go time. You're not even you're about to go to
if
work.
You're slow, if you're too slow, that motherfucker would rip your face off.
Facts.
And that you have to carry your sword with you every single day.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
You gotta be ready.
You're like
I thought-
Highlander.
I thought about it.
You're
This-
like Aladdin at that point. You got that bitch on your back. Like
You're like
that
Highlander with the trench coat, and you just randomly whip out a sword.
Yep.
I'm thinking about it differently, right? Because it guarantees that you have the sword is where this question is formed. It guarantees that this question. So like right now, let's say I already signed up for that at some point earlier this year, and it hasn't happened yet, and we're in the middle of this podcast, and I look to my left, and a sword is randomly sticking out of the ground right
It just
there.
shows up in the doorway.
And I have to stop everything that I'm fucking doing. I was, yo, hold up, boom, grab the
Go
sword,
time.
Yes.
and it's go time, and I have to.
I feel like you'd
ready,
be
dude.
training all year long
Yes.
for the orangutan attack.
Yes.
I'm learning jujitsu.
You'd be fearing it. I'd be thinking about like, is today the day? Does he pop out? Like, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. And the second that I see that sword, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is about to go down.
Right.
Guys, move. Because it's and then it's the Peter Griffin versus the chicken.
yeah,
scenario,
yeah.
Where it's just
Yeah.
like I'm hopefully just fucking
You're
this thing
carving him up with the sword like
I kill
this,
him
real-
and then I
okay.
come back like nothing. Like so, yeah. So
Like, all right, another
mac and cheese and blueberries.
365 days.
Do any of you guys watch Supernatural or
I
seen it?
have, yes.
Like
I like Jensen
the
Ackles.
angels. Oh, me too.
I know what you're talking
The
about.
angels, when they're getting ready to fight, they always just like drop an angel blade out of their sleeve.
That's
like,
dope.
And
Yeah.
they hadn't had it the whole episode until then. So like, that's what I'm thinking. Like all of a sudden it just like falls like
Shing.
into a very like yeah.
Nice.
Shing, shing,
Yeah.
shing.
Yeah, just mid conversation, I have to fight this orangutan real quick.
You just never know.
yeah.
Would it be better if you picked a date? You're like, okay, April
Yeah.
17th.
Exponentially.
That's when the orangutan fight goes down.
Absolutely.
I think you're still training all year
You're
long.
still getting ready
still
for
are,
it.
yeah.
You're still prepping
No
mentally
days
and
off.
physically.
Yeah, because I would prefer that.
Yeah.
Because yo, today is the fucking day.
Right.
At some point today,
wake up, you're like, all right, here we go.
I'm calling out from work. I'm just
I gotta take. I'm not gonna be in today,
But-
Jerry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
not gonna be. I have some
plans.
shit to, and I'd rather not do this at the office.
Not do it
letting
at
you
the
know.
office. Let them know.
Yeah,
But
let 'em
you just
know.
said, you wake up and today's the day. But what if you wake up and that orangutan's just already in your bedroom ready?
Then you hear the Kill Bill music in your head, and it's just fucking you go. It's you rush at them and then you get it over with. And so you're officially going orangutan,
yeah, yep.
yearly orangutan, Johnny.
Orangutan.
God.
I
had this
Getting
issue
into the car
already.
or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, getting into that's the
true.
thing. We get into our cars a lot. So like, you want to go to Wegmans or the store and get something
to
for dinner.
consider this.
You got to be ready. All right, here we go. You get in the whip, you break the chicken's neck, and then you fucking drive. And what do you do with the chicken? That's another question. You have all these fucking
You got
chickens.
dinner for life.
Yeah.
I'm eating mad chicken. You got to
mad
feather them and shit, though.
Yeah,
Have you
that's-
ever
you gotta
pulled apart a
yeah,
chicken?
you gotta like
That's
boil
not
them and
fun.
feather them.
That's
I'm
not
not trying
fun.
to do that.
Becomes a fucking business now.
Right.
Every 2 seconds, you're starting your car just to have a new chicken, new fight. Fucking, you got a whole business there.
But you're not training yearly for it. If you
You're
could
not.
sell those chickens to like a restaurant, like, hey, listen, a Chinese restaurant, they fucking pluck those chickens.
But
like
a chicken's
motherfucker.
not gonna kill you. The chicken's not gonna kill you.
No, but it'll fuck you up.
I mean, you
Pluck your eyes out.
Yeah, the orangutan will
Ooh.
kill me.
It could definitely pluck your eyes
Yeah,
out.
the orangutan will kill me.
But then you can't drive, I guess. So then.
Yeah. Can I pay someone to go into the car for me every day?
No, I don't think so.
I can't hire
Once
like a
you get in the car,
driver.
the chicken will reappear. I mean, they can go in and kill a chicken if they want, but once you get in that car, another chicken's
Can you
popping up.
imagine? Can you
go
imagine
time.
the Uber note you leave for the driver? It's like
We're talking
don't
a
mind the
rooster,
chicken.
right? Like a regular chicken's not gonna fucking attack you, is
I was
it?
This
thinking
one
a
will.
chicken, just an
This one
angry
will.
chicken.
A nice fat hen.
Yep, this chicken will attack you, bro.
I was thinking maybe a turkey, but turkeys can be vicious and pretty
Yeah.
big.
God,
That'd be
As long
more
as they
of
don't
a-
shit in the car, I think I'm gonna go chicken.
Okay. Just get in.
I
You'd be-
just
you'd be cool
know
with it.
I have no
guarantee
sword
he's not gonna
skills,
shit in
man.
the car.
Yeah.
I've
I
never
have
used
no
a sword.
sword skills.
I have no
I've
sword
never
skills
used
either.
it.
It's hack.
But that's
You're just hack your butcher.
orangutan will fuck me up.
If it wanted to, they
I
can be.
just
They're
know-
pretty chill too. Like a lot of people think like gorillas, like big, scary, aggressive, but like orangutans got the little pot bellies. They're
You
just
said
kinda,
they're coming at me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So they're already coming
you.
at you.
They're
He will rip your face
They
off.
know you have a sword. They're not about to just take it and fucking get.
They don't know what a
murked.
fucking sword is.
Do you know how
They'll
ill?
one
just,
does.
it
This
looks
one
like
does.
another stick that's just swinging
He
at
thinks
them.
you're being aggressive with your stick. Then he's coming at you.
Exactly.
So you gotta go to town.
You know how ill I would become with a sword, bro? I'd invest all
Again,
my money in a
if you're
Hitori
training
Hanzo.
all year long, you
Right.
might be nice.
And now you're losing a lot of time. Now you're not
Yeah.
editing the pod on time. Like you're training for this orangutan fight,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
It's consuming your
Pod's
life.
over.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
about that
exactly.
orangutan training.
Yeah, I'll be like, sorry guys. I
This is
see
my
you had a
life
good
now.
run, but I gotta watch out for this tang, son.
This
See, but that's where I'm saying. That's where it's like if
Yeah.
I don't know where it's fucking coming from or what
What
day.
the Tang Tamer?
It's like
What if it was in disguises? Like you see a little old lady, but it's really the orangutan. like,
clothes and just start staring at me. and shit.
yeah.
He's like in Wegmans
Yeah.
and shit, pushing a shopping cart.
Middle aisle 7A, and you're just fucking brawling.
I don't know what would be
Blood
funnier.
everywhere. They're calling security.
I don't know what
It's
would be
not
funnier
good.
to see this orangutan come out of nowhere and just give the
I
death
would laugh
stare,
for a second.
Yeah.
or my big ass just pull out a sword and stare at it too.
Okay.
And then we're both just when are we? You make the first go.
And
And
then you
the
just
real
charge
old
at each
lady,
other.
We just
the real
charge.
old lady in the aisle is like, "What's
What?
happening?"
There's somebody stocking the shelves. She's like, oh, dear Lord, what is happening over here?
I want to see this movie now.
And then there's a massacre. A massacre.
This is a movie. I want to watch it now.
Ray, what are you choosing?
I'm for sure going Team Chicken.
Chicken.
Like
I
I,
like that.
am
That's easy.
5'2". I will get ripped apart like a rag doll with that orangutan.
All right.
I would get, and I hate to say this because I'm an animal lover, but I would get really good at breaking chicken necks, and
Yeah.
that's I would just go straight for the
yeah.
neck.
Well, now it's
time.
every day.
Yeah, and every day I would just,
So every day,
and I
you're
would
not
make a
even
deal
thinking
with a
about it.
restaurant. Hey, got another chicken for you. Also, I could move somewhere that was really easily walkable, so I didn't have to drive that much.
Oh,
True too.
Now
Yeah.
you're
Facts.
changing your life for
Facts.
these chickens. You're
That's
molding
not right,
your
though.
life around
Yeah.
the chicken fights.
Yeah,
I've
but
lived
and
that
then
life.
if and
It's
when
okay.
I gotta drive, chicken break.
Chicken break. I would just have a pile of chickens in my driveway. Like I would just break it, toss it out the window, and get on with my day. So I'm definitely going chicken too. I don't want the psychological fear of the orangutan
smoke.
You don't want the orangutan
no,
smoke.
I don't want to. It's like, remember we had that question where it was like, what was it? Something was following you.
The snail.
The snail, yes. The snail followed you. If it found you, what, you died instantly, or if it touched you, or I don't remember exactly, but
I think so, yeah.
there was a snail that basically, like, you would be on the lam from for your entire life, and it would go soup. No, exactly. Like, you could go across continents, but eventually that snail is coming for you, so you don't know. So
I think the question.
That's what that reminds me of.
That question was like, you're filthy rich, but a snail is chasing you, and if it touches your skin, if it touches you at any point, you die.
Right.
Instantly.
Jeez.
Right. So you could be sleeping and it's just inching its
Yeah.
way across
It's
the
just
floor,
like-
and then it fucking.
Leaving a slimy ass trail everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
Ugh.
Yep. You forget about it. It's been a year.
It's been years, plural.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you've had multiple kids, you got a new job, you're in a new crib, and then all of a sudden,
Yep.
Kill Bill
I
music,
gotta-
little snail pops up.
That's psychological warfare.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can't handle
Babe,
that.
we gotta you can't answer. All right.
Kids, pack
you can't
your
ask
shit.
any questions. Pack up the kids.
we have to
moving.
go.
We
We're
have
going
to
to
go.
Africa.
Yeah,
We're going to the
she
southern
thinks it's
tip
this
of
whole
Africa.
CIA thing, and you're like their lives are in danger, and it's really I'm running from a snail.
Right. And it's indestructible. You can't kill it. Like it'll.
Dang.
It's fine. Yeah.
What's the next one?
Wild.
Did everyone? Yeah, everyone. Answered.
Yeah. We all answered. Okay. Would you rather have to piss sitting down for the rest of your life, or go vegan and it's pissing standing up for you?
Oh, it is
Yeah,
now.
it is. Oh, yeah. So it's going to be, unless you stand up and piss all the time. Now, I don't know
All
what
the
you do,
time.
but yeah. So standing up and pissing for you, or going vegan, sitting down to piss.
I will forever sit down and piss.
100% have to sit
before
down.
going
And, yeah.
vegan.
If vegan food were good, like if it didn't taste like asshole, I'd do it in a heart. Why not? It's healthier. It'd be delicious. But no, I have to go to Dinosaur Barbecue twice a month.
I mean, you can have vegan options there.
Get fucked. That's disgusting.
I don't think
no,
you can.
there's no vegan options. They have vegetarian options maybe, but
You can get fries,
I don't
right?
even know vegan. Are fries vegan? Just
Fries are
depends
vegan.
what
What do they
else
fry
is in
them
the
in?
But if they're
fryer.
fried
Fry
in
'em in.
lard,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah. it
beef
depends what else
tallow
goes in the fryer.
fries.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, those sound good.
I know those would be. That's how McDonald's used to make their fries in beef tallow.
Really?
Yeah,
They need to do
till
that.
like I don't know the early '90s when people started getting all healthy and weird about it. They fried everything in beef tallow. Those apple pies, beef tallow apple pies.
That's why they were so much better back then.
That is
Yes.
everything was better back then.
Everything. You fucking vegans ruin everything. Jeez.
You got Wok sitting down to
Get
piss.
cornbread too. Cornbread should be vegan. Oh no, they're buttery.
What about honey? Is honey vegan? I feel like the bees.
I'm sure there's vegan cornbread.
Is there vegan honey?
I mean, I'm sure you can make almost
Vegan
anything
honey?
vegan, but
that's-
is it as good?
That's actually controversial, the vegan honey thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
We need to get
Like,
Teresa
are
back
bees
on here and talk
considered
about-
animals or not?
I feel like
there's
vegans-
controversy
I
in
feel
the
like if
vegan
you're
but bees
community
aren't
over that.
harmed in making honey.
That's
I
true.
think that's
Sometimes they are when the
the keeper.
the keeper, like the way that they
Smoking
extract
'em?
the
They
bees. Yeah,
smoke 'em.
smoking can be apparently harmful.
Smoking the bees
Also,
up?
I think
Smoking
it's
the
something
bees.
about the way that they, in order to keep the bees making the honey, oftentimes they trap the queen bee. They do like a queen bee trap, and they keep them there so that way the bees will keep making.
Okay.
I looked into this back when I
Wow.
did my little vegan thing.
You did a vegan thing.
Yeah.
I've never done that shit.
I stupidly it wasn't a challenge put to me or anything. I
just
just
something that
decided
you-
one day I can do the vegan thing for at least. I think I'd seen like one of my friends had changed his lifestyle over to veganism and was like just super ripped and like just looking really fit, and I was like,
I think I need to fuck with that.
fuck, man. I could
do this.
And I want to say it was around the pandemic time, or maybe just pulling out of. No, actually, no, it was before, because I traveled one time, and I remember actually having to go to Kansas City. I believe it was Kansas City during the barbecue festival,
And my man got vegan
and I
ribs.
was on some fucking vegan bullshit. It was the worst.
I would have given up right
You
there.
missed out on some fire barbecue.
The second I
Sure,
smell it,
I'm
the second I
sure.
smell it, it's game over.
No,
The,
thankfully I just seen it on the hotel television. I was like, fuck.
Honestly, the only thing that really pisses me off about vegan shit is that they shape and name everything after a fucking animal. Yeah. Like, this is vegan chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Just name it something else.
CHIKK apostrophe N.
It's like, just name it something completely different. Like, just name them something nuggets, like whatever. But like, just like, why? Why even fake?
Yeah.
Like this. Like,
be real.
Yeah.
Be
like
real.
You might actually create a new dish that someone would want to try, rather than just like, oh wait, is this an imitation of blah?
Yeah.
Then it's like, no, I'm not doing that. I think the one
I will say the Impossible burgers and the Beyond Meat burgers, they're
pretty good.
They pass.
Yeah,
they pass the
gross.
I won't say
tried
the
that.
sniff test, but they pass the taste test.
Gross.
No, I've tried them.
Can't.
I've tried them. They're good.
I would never.
Didn't we say earlier, if
they're
you
not
haven't tried
healthy.
it, you can't knock it?
Oh, no, that's his rule. Fuck all that bullshit. That's disgusting as a
he's-
motherfucker.
He's the snob when it comes to food.
Oh, 100%.
So I understand.
100%.
I understand his stance. But
My man that won't eat anything but dinosaur barbecue.
That's literally my.
snob.
Yes.
Right.
I'm too fancy for
if
y'all.
you talk to this man about food, he's just like, oh no. When he tries
Fuck
to,
off.
no, oh,
Disgusting.
No, fuck.
This is a
know
grown
what I
man who
like.
knows what he likes and he's not
Pretty
deviating.
much.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Yeah. The one thing that pissed me off though is the fake corn ribs. They try to say that these
Corn ribs?
Yeah, they try to say that they're
But they're just like a corn cob
like a
cut
corn
into
cob.
pieces.
cut into like these strips where it's still like attached to the cob, but it's like in the shape of a
Oh, my
rib.
God.
And they try to say like these are like corn ribs, like as a substitute for ribs. You try. I'm like, yo, those actually look really good.
No,
and if
they
you
do.
serve them
As
the
a
way
side
that,
with
as
a steak or something, yeah,
some
for
ribs,
sure.
Yeah.
they
That
would be
sounds
fire.
delicious.
But you sitting here telling me that this
Yeah.
is
trying
a
to pass this?
substitute.
Right.
This is
No.
not the
This
ribs.
off-
This is the side to the ribs.
Exactly.
I gotta look at a corn.
No,
You're
I've
gonna
seen
have
those.
ribs and
Ribs.
ribs. With more ribs, then yes, but no.
If that were a side at Texas Roadhouse, it would fucking
See,
kill.
yeah. So it's
Those
just
look
like-
delicious.
Yeah.
Just grilled, roasted corn
Yeah.
strips that you could eat like fucking,
That's dope.
like the tiny corns, like big. Do you ever? I used to do that all the time. Like I would eat the little, like off the cob as if there were a cob in there. Yeah, for sure. That was Pig with Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
he didn't
yeah.
know. He was
I think I
a
only
stupid
just
kid.
did that once, and I was like, "This."
It's a waste of
No,
time.
then
Yeah,
you
it's
eat the
always
whole shit because they're delicious.
I got shit to do.
Those little
Yeah.
tiny corns,
Yeah,
we don't eat those enough. I don't. It's only in Chinese food I see those. Why does anybody else
What are
use
those called?
Tiny corns, baby corns. I don't know what they're called.
Corn Chicos?
Like I like
Cornicos?
I'd fuck that with that,
Corninos.
vegan corn ribs. Like what?
Baby corn.
Vegan corn. See, yeah, that's
Baby corn.
baby corn.
Baby corn.
Just baby corns.
Baby corn.
Baby corn.
What am I thinking
It's
of?
baby corn. Bro, that got played out so fast.
Yeah, that little kid he's gonna hate his life when people start seeing him. He grows up and he's like
No
damn
one's
near an
gonna
adult.
remember. He's not gonna call. He's just gonna let it die.
He'll have a few. He'll still have, and then you know how the internet has a resurgence, and then it'll come back, and then it'll it's corn. He's just like, yo,
He's going to be
yo,
like,
I'm trying
I
to-
fucking hate corn.
I hate corn.
It's like, yo, I'm
That
trying
fucking
to,
kid.
I'm trying to be a serious actor, and you keep bringing up this fucking corn. Yo, I was 5.
Let it go.
Let it go. So remember that time? It's like, fuck the corn. Fuck you.
You're sitting down and pissing,
I'm sitting down and pissing. Yes.
Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sitting down and pissing.
That is not a big
standing up and
influence.
pissing.
I have questions.
I can't tell you how it's done. I've never
Yeah,
seen it done.
we don't know.
Ray,
Well,
I
like,
don't know.
Can I have a funnel or like one of those fake
Yeah,
peas?
sure, absolutely.
Whatever
Either
whatever
one.
you do. You
Whatever
just have to
helps
pay.
you.
Okay. Because
You
I mean,
just pull it out.
I've had some good vegan options, but like,
Not
I
enough.
fucking
to-
love like bacon and cheese, and like vegan cheese is horrible. And, like I'm a Charlie Kelly when it comes to cheese.
Yeah.
Like I need my cheese.
Yes.
And yeah, I just don't think I could fully give it up. I could extremely cut back, but there's not enough good substitutes. So I think
Those-
I'm
There's
peeing
not.
standing up.
Those are the two main reasons. Like all the other stuff I would miss and I could possibly even like stop myself.
Yeah.
But the thought of never eating cheese or bacon ever again,
Yeah.
no.
You know, like that
Up in
scene
me.
in Step Brothers?
I can't. No.
Never.
You know that scene in Step Brothers when, like, that lady, I can't remember her name right now. She's a wonderful actress, though. She, like, attacks, I think it's Dale in the bathroom and, like, has sex
Catherine
with him.
Hahn.
Yes. Catherine Hahn. I fucking love her. And then after she, like, just sticks her leg up on the urinal.
Yes,
like, power
that's
play.
what I was picturing.
Power play.
That's what I was imagining.
I
how
could totally
girls
do
pee
that.
standing up.
I'm doing it.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pee standing up all the way.
not-
And that would be
not that
clutch too. Like when you're out, like to not have to look
Right?
for a normal toilet, like to just be able to fucking
I feel like it's a win.
Yeah.
100%. And you don't have to eat vegan bullshit. So
Yeah.
See, and for women, it's not that serious because every bathroom is just stalls. They're
Yeah.
just stalls.
you could go into the men's room.
For
could wait in the
in the
men's line.
men's room, we have a shit ton of urinals, and there might be 1 or 2 stalls,
Yeah.
but it's a shit ton of urinals.
there's
So
always
if
a
there
urinal
is no, if there is no stall, and I really have to go, I'm gonna have to sit on this thing or in the trough.
That's right. I forgot
True.
about
At the
that. I
baseball-
forgot about like public
Oh,
events
the
where you
trough.
really have to pee.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. Although I don't go out a lot, you know that, so
Yeah,
it's
no,
not a
I
big
know.
deal.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a big
the
deal
one
for me.
time a year I go out, I
yeah.
will sit down on I'll hover. I'm not
Or in the-
sitting, but
like
like
the-
I'll
the
I'll
hand
definitely
You gotta
hover.
hover in most public spaces
Yeah, the
anyway,
big-
so.
The big circular hand washing thing, you're just squatting.
Yeah. Yep.
So I know this is a thing for guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, right? Sometimes we try to mask our piss by hitting the sides of the toilet bowls, right?
Okay.
I heard that women also do
Oh,
this.
like aiming for the sides.
Yeah, aiming for the sides instead of straight into the water where
Gotcha.
it creates the most noise.
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not smacking the bowl.
No.
while-
Somewhere I heard that some women do this and that they do it with a piece of toilet paper or something to mask.
I don't
the
know
sound.
those
Is that
women.
true?
I don't know those women, and I am not one of those women.
I heard this somewhere. I was just like,
homeless
what?
lady.
Is that true?
I'm sitting down and I'm
I'm sorry.
peeing, and I don't care if someone hears
Yeah.
me pee. It's a bodily
Yeah, right.
function.
Right.
Chicks pee hard too. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they're just going right in like
It's because all women give off big dick energy no matter what.
right.
That's really what it is.
I know that's
It's like
right.
big dicks.
Big dick energy. Like they all walk into the room and just like, you all want to fuck me. Fuck you.
I'll piss as loud as I want.
Yeah.
I piss as loud as I want. As a matter of fact, it's a rule in the women's bathroom. Whoever pisses the loudest
Is the
can
queen.
fuck whoever they want.
Yeah.
That's how it
Whoever they
goes.
want.
Whoever they want.
It's
They
actually
got-
posted on the bathroom wall.
They got dibs on the dopest man in the club because they piss the loudest. That's like a territorial type
Gotcha.
of thing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
So then the person who I heard that from was probably some shy ass person that
Yeah, I mean, I could see some, like,
Small
I know
dick
people who are
energy.
pee
Small dick.
shy. I know people who are pee shy. And if it's
Women
too
that are pee
quiet,
shy?
yeah, if it's too quiet in the bathroom, they really have trouble going.
Because they know that it's about to sound like fried chicken.
Yeah, and like, again, not me. Like, if I have to pee, I gotta pee.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Fuck
I don't
yeah.
care.
yeah.
I'm
gonna fuck it up.
not self-conscious about my stream noise.
I'm not self-conscious about my stream noise, although I do have shy bladder when it comes to like urinals and shit.
So if
I-
I
yeah,
walked
for
up
sure.
next to you, and
I
I'm
can't
pissing-
stand-
I get stage fright hard.
But why though?
If there's, I don't know. If there's,
I don't
if
know
like,
either.
They're all
if,
doing it.
if it's packed,
yeah.
I just
Like
I
they're
fuck-
looking
I
at your
stand
shit,
there
they're
and it's
like,
like, if I'm in a stall, no problem. I
Yeah.
piss all straight away.
It's
I
But
mean,
if
yeah,
I'm
'cause-
standing at the urinal
See,
and
that's-
there's like,
Do you feel like someone's looking at your dick?
I
Is
don't.
that why
It
it's
must
like,
be subconsciously,
It must
but,
be subconscious.
Don't look at my shit,
but
don't look at my shit, I'm
foreconsciously,
pissing.
whatever the forehead like the conscious part, I'm like fucking piss, dick. Just piss.
Yeah,
So
come out.
My
Come
dad,
out.
my
I
dad,
feel it.
my dad talked about this when I was a kid. We were peeing somewhere, and I feel like I had that same feeling where like I couldn't pee, and he gave me a super pro tip that I will still use to this day. If you're pissing somewhere at a urinal, let's say you're at a trough. Like I've had trouble pissing at
Yeah,
troughs because
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like
'Cause
it's,
it's just-
wide open dicks,
Yeah.
dude. Like it's like it's the
Yuck.
it's like here they all are. It's disgusting.
Just to explain to her, it is literally like a big
I've
ass
seen 'em.
trough.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But like,
all right.
I would
And
rather
it's
go
just
behind
free,
a tree
like
outside.
the water
For
is
sure.
just pouring down for no reason.
Yeah.
If you're at least if you're at a urinal and you know it's mad crowded, you got to pee. Look at like the top of the toilet area. Find literally any spot on there. Find the tiniest little, a scratch, anything
Detail.
on there to just focus on and zoom. Really like focus on that tiny spot. and you will piss, no problem.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. It sounds crazy.
I heard
but
something that
the next time y'all are doing that and you're shook, just look at a little like imperfection on the top of that toilet, stare at it, and the pee will flow. I promise.
I heard of another tip that I forgot.
Right, she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is wrong
it's-
with
it's
you
I'm
guys?
just thinking, like, my advice would be like, fuck it. I have to pee. Like,
That doesn't help.
Who cares? Who cares if you
wish.
see my dick? I gotta pee.
It's even if you get over the dick fear, it's something so
Okay.
So like it's not even
embedded in.
Yeah, I don't know
for
why.
me. It's like
just
it's
doesn't.
not even a matter because like I could assure that they can't see anything, and if someone stands next to me in the stall. It's more like a fuck, like like people are just so,
uncomfortability.
it's just an uncomfortable
Just
thing.
somebody
Okay.
being there, because honestly, like I've had Ash next to me, like brushing her teeth, and I'm trying to piss.
Yeah.
and like it's not about seeing my dick because she fucking knows what it looks like.
Right,
like,
right,
it's
right.
Just something about somebody being there in your area
Yeah.
while you're pissing,
Okay.
and I've used that small imperfection trick before, even at my house. And it works.
I think I'm so
legit.
un-pee
It's a
shy
legit-
because like I've literally like met girls like in a club bathroom before. Like literally met them
Yeah,
in the
that's
bathroom,
different,
and I was
yeah.
like, "Do you want to come in with me? Like we'll
Guys.
continue this conversation."
When you're
She's
drunk,
like,
it's
"Yeah."
different.
Like, and I just am like pee. Like, what's your name?
Yeah, guys are not. Like Did I?
We're pee friends. That's how girls are. It's
Yeah.
so easy for them.
Yeah.
Guys don't talk to each other in the bathroom.
This
my
is
God.
walk. He's my pee. Yeah, guys never talk to me.
Good.
We have heart to hearts
washing,
in there.
Washing your hands if you know each other. It's like it was good.
You just give a nod. Even at work.
Right.
At work, when people come in the bathroom, you don't say no. Even if they're like your best homie,
Yeah.
you don't say
No,
shit.
you don't say shit.
in the bathroom.
Funniest thing, funniest bathroom story. I don't know if I told it on the podcast or not, but it was Danny and I were we went out to a club, or it was maybe a private party, right? And I go take a piss. Danny ends up in the bathroom there, whatever. And afterward, we were washing our hands and shit, and we're laughing, talking shit. And this other dude that we know comes into the bathroom. He's like, yo, and then he just starts pissing in the stall or whatever. But we seen him come in, and he goes, yo, where the bitches at? We were so drunk. Danny goes, in the girls' bathroom? Yo, we start dying laughing, just me and him. It was like, fucking assholes. Like, what a stupid ass question. Oh, good times.
The
Good
girls'
times.
bathroom, obviously.
In the girls' bathroom? I don't know why in the hood that is like a way for you to like talk to your boys and shit. Yo, where the bitches at? It's like,
Break the ice.
if I knew, bro, I wouldn't be here talking to you.
Right.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I don't get the question. All right.
I don't understand.
Yeah. All right. So we all answered.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
a long
Yes, sir.
question segment.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
facts. That's facts.
I love it.
Last question. Should we lock our dogs out of the room during sex? Or is it okay for them to kick it and just be chill? Like, does it depend on the dog? Would they interfere? Would it throw your game off if your dog's watching you? Like, yo,
Depends. Yeah.
what's that? That's your move? That's what you got?
I don't care to lock the dog out of the bedroom as long as it's a chill dog that's just gonna chill, like wherever it's doing. Not on the bed, obviously. Like, no, get the fuck off the bed. But as far as like if it's the small dogs that are just all over you, absolutely. Like, no.
What about
we
your
don't
dogs?
need this to be my dogs.
You have two little
They don't
French bulldogs,
Yeah,
right?
they don't even.
They can't even get on the bed.
They can't get on the bed. Two, they're not even allowed upstairs because they just have their area, which is their
And you
sleeping
do all
area.
your fucking upstairs?
Yeah,
That's where the
it's
fucking
like
goes down?
because they at this point they are not to be trusted. They will take
Not
any
to be
opportunity to shit. Like specifically the bathroom one. Like if you
What do you got,
leave
like
her out,
gates up to prevent them from going up?
I have I have a yes.
Well, you got child
Well,
gates.
I had the child
Yeah.
gates from the kids, but the kids don't even need it no more. Now it's just the
Now
dogs.
it's the dogs.
So it's like, so now I have them like in this one area where just one gate keeps them enclosed, but it's big enough
The kids or the dogs?
for the dogs. But yeah, because like Charlie, I used to have her. She used to sleep with my son because he just loved the comfort of having her there, and she loved him. But she would sneak off at some point
Shit on the floor.
and shit in the bathroom specifically. Like
I mean,
on our
at least it's
that's
the bathroom.
close, right? Yeah,
At
I can
least it's
respect
the
that. I can
bathroom.
respect that.
but
It's
still,
like you guys are doing it.
It's like, y'all shit in
that's
here.
easier to clean
yeah,
up.
it's just but it's not like on the on the tile.
It's on the rug in front of the
on the
bathtub.
rug, like
Yeah,
in front
that's
of
bad.
it. Yeah,
That
like
sucks.
it's just like a.
You
and
step
then,
out of the shower and
and she was actually getting better, but the second that Penny came in, and Penny now has all of those bad little puppy traits that she now reverted, and she's
She's
starting to
an
get
excuse.
better now. But I was just in San Francisco, and Jillian would leave, let the
Low-key
dog sleep
flex.
upstairs, let them do it one time, and yeah, they shit all over the place. They left like a shit trail at one point, and she's just like, yeah, no, this isn't happening. So this is not even a thing.
She gave
like
him a
for
chance.
us. But if it were a dog that was like obedient and like
Yeah.
potty trained and all of that shit, like I wouldn't care. Like
Wouldn't bother you.
I wouldn't even be paying attention to the fucking dog, as long as the dog is not on the bed. So I wouldn't kick him out.
Okay. But if it's just sitting at the foot, like just watching, just like sitting, just
If it was
watching,
if it was Cliff's big ass, then yes, I'd rather be like, yo, nah, you gotta
I do lock Cliff out of the room
Yeah.
because he's just so big, dude. Like he's
He's
not
trying
gonna,
to
he
jump
wouldn't
in.
fuck with us or anything. Like, but
Yeah.
I still, it's almost just like having a person there.
Yeah.
He's so big.
It's like, yo, it's like, oh, so that's
Like
how
just
you
just
do
do
that,
your
all
thing, right? And he doesn't even have balls, so he doesn't do no fucking ever.
God, that
Like
Ever.
some air humping, but
gotcha.
yeah, no, he's got to get locked out because I feel
Cliff.
like I'll look at him.
Poor
Like,
Cliff.
what are you doing over
yeah.
there? What are you doing over there, bud?
Do you think
You okay?
dogs ever just be like, yo, you want to try it human style?
I feel like they smell pussy. Like they can smell sex, dude. Like they come into a room that
Oh, they
there
can
was just
smell
I
sex
feel
in,
like
like
they can
they
do it
know.
human style.
No, it was just a silly question. You were like,
I like was really thinking. I was like,
you want to give that a go?
I mean, I guess because
Get
they're
on
a
your
dog.
back.
Is
Get on
that-
your back.
Is that why? Because they're
on
a
your
dog,
back
they
and do
can't do
nothing.
it human style.
no, because we do it doggy style, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, human style would just be missionary. Dogs
Yeah.
don't do a
Exactly.
missionary.
Dogs can't do
That-
missionary.
Human style is missionary to dogs. Is
right,
that-
That's
exactly,
true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you saw two dogs doing a
Like, I would feel like I was interrupting a super intimate moment.
You just watch like they watch you. You're like, oh shit, that's how they
Like,
do it.
ooh, they love each other.
So passionate, you know? Like, damn,
look at each other.
I'm impressed right now. Like, I'm gonna just watch this. This is beautiful.
You know, not to deviate too far off here, but
That's what we do.
It was my first time observing this in my home. But I told you I have birds. Yeah, so
Bird
we
sex.
caught the birds fucking, and I was like,
What was that like?
it was kind of
Yeah.
like doggy style, where one bird is just chilling there, and then the guy is just like humping on her back, and like she's looking
Like
back,
through
and they're
the
like kissing
feathers?
each other and shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Do they pull the feathers aside? Like, do they like little claws like poke
I
the
wasn't
feathers?
expecting at that
Sad.
point, but I'm just saying, like the way the girl was like looking back, and then the other one was coming down, and they were like kissing beaks and shit. And I'm
Oh
just
shit,
Oh, you
like,
should've
that
put
sounds
some, like,
sensual as a
soft music.
motherfucker.
They're in love.
yeah, that's what
Damn.
I'm saying.
You should have put some
One
romantic
wing
music
is like
on.
wrapped around the other's
Right.
throat.
Both ways. Well,
The funnier part is
Well,
the
beak
other two
opens up.
birds just staring at them, just like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
they're like shit.
Yeah,
This is how it's done.
bird porn.
I'm actually shook by this question because I've just I've been like surveying all of my friends who have
Really?
dogs with
Oh.
this exact question.
Well, where do you fall, Ray?
Personally, my Luna Bean is not allowed in the room. She is utterly obsessed with me, and I mean the feeling's mutual.
Sure.
But I know that she would try to join in. She would want to be like kissing my face and like sniffing
Oh,
things
no, that's
and like
weird.
yeah, you know.
weird,
And
though.
I'm like
What?
I love you, baby.
Just fucking
But you hang it on the couch for a second, and I'll be back in a minute.
Give her like a treat, like an ice cream cup or
sometimes
something.
I do. Like I'll give her like a little bone to chew on, and I'm like, I'll be right back. Or like if I'm in the couch, then I'm like, let's go to the bed. Like you go to the bedroom and chill in there for a second.
Have
Like,
my bone, you have your bone.
exactly. Yeah. Like we both have our bones, so like
It's bone
we'll
time.
reconvene in 10:15. Let's say. Miss you.
10 or 15.
Yeah,
We'll
no, she's
reconvene
not
in-
allowed in.
We'll come back
I
in
like
10
that.
or 15.
I think one time she chilled on the other couch when that happened.
Sure. And that was probably like it got started and it was just so it just happened and you
Yeah, and I
didn't
was like,
want
get
to
away,
like move.
get away.
Yeah.
Like,
And you've had to shoo her? Did you have to shoo her?
yeah, I was like, get away.
Stop it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had to do that. I've had to do that. When Cliff was a puppy and he couldn't jump onto like the bed or the couch at that point, like it was all good. But the first time he shocked us and we found out he could jump onto the bed or the couch, it was bad timing.
Do you think at that point it was like,
Get the fuck down.
do you think at that point it was like Lady and the Tramp? You've seen that movie, right?
I have seen that movie.
Ray's never struck me before.
This is a different Ray. You don't know this Ray.
Yeah, you don't know this one.
This is a different Ray that you're not familiar with.
Ray's never struck me before.
Ray's
That wouldn't be true. She's
was what
gotten
she
her
was-
booty beaten a couple times.
She's gotten struck multiple times. She knows. She
A little
knows.
swat on the ass, you know?
We all
When
need
she's
one
being
sometimes.
naughty.
We all need one.
Respect the hand.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Do you kick?
No, she's
She's so tiny.
She's a
She's
violent observer. She
Violent observer.
she does not. I mean, she is extra as far as attachment as well to both of us. So it's like if maybe early on we tried like closing the door or whatnot, but she's just scratching at the door the whole time, and it just ruins everything.
Yeah, no. When you hear the scratching, when there's like an impending
Yeah.
noise or something like
There's
that, see,
noise,
that,
and then
I
she
feel
starts
like
to whimper.
I
It's
can hear
like,
Cliff's
nah.
paws on the floor, like outside
Probably never
the door.
thought of doing like
I
a
have heard
treat
like
thing or whatever.
people with
but-
smaller dogs too, though. Like they're more likely to just let them chill in the
Absolutely.
because they'll just chill there
Yeah.
as long
Yeah.
as they're there. Like
I mean, I look at her and I'm like, "You're a dirty bitch. Like, you're such a cochina. You want to watch this shit. You keep staring at this."
Yeah.
Usually, I ignore her until it's over, and then when it's over, I turn around and I see her staring at me, and I was like, "You was watching this whole time."
and you're like,
weren't you?"
Yeah. You rub her with those
Nasty eyes.
gross fucking fingers. You're like, oh, you're such a good dog.
Yeah. You won't. You think that's odd? Wait until the baby won't go to bed and you still want
Yeah.
to get it in.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah,
odd.
that's also odd. Yeah, that shit happens. And then you're just like, well, we're just going to
Fuck it.
angle this. We're going to angle this.
I'm gonna put this
and-
pillow up.
Yeah.
What if the
Figure it
baby
out.
starts crying during sex? Is that?
That's
That's what I'm
Does that
saying. The
happen?
baby will.
And that, I mean, that kills it, right? Like you're done at that point.
No,
or
so
you
what
just
I'm-
like, all right,
No.
let's power through this. We got
Hurry
it.
up.
Come on. And then you just start clapping those
It
cheeks.
depends, but that's what I'm talking about. Because it's like it could be one of two things. It could be like,
Hurry up and
you're,
finish.
You're in the middle of this, and you could say, yeah, we're gonna fuck through the crying.
Sure.
That's one option. Another
awful.
option, which sounds awful.
You're just sweating and there's baby crying. It
Yeah,
doesn't
and
sound
then,
romantic.
And then
Yeah.
there's another one where you both still want to keep going. You grab the baby, you have the bottle in her mouth, and then you go, all right, well, this is
And
where
you're
I'm
still,
saying,
like, sitting
like,
strokes
yeah,
with
it's just
the baby
like,
in
all right,
her
we're
hand?
gonna angle this.
wait.
It happens. It has happened.
Hold up.
It doesn't have to be in her arms. I'm just saying, like, the baby's right there, drinking the milk.
I thought, from what it sounded like, you're holding the baby and clapping cheeks at the same time.
You're feeding the baby, yeah, and clapping cheeks.
Wait, on the titty?
huh?
Baby's on the titty?
No.
And you're clapping.
No, he
No,
said
no.
bottle. He said bottle.
Oh, okay.
No, like
Bottle.
Yeah. So like all you're essentially doing is holding up a bottle. So I'm just
That's
saying.
still pretty.
I don't even like
I'm
my
just
dog
saying.
watching
Pretty
me. And my
impressive.
man's feeding a child.
I'm just saying.
That's wild, son.
I am
only people-
absolutely shook.
The only people
Let me-
that are looking at me extremely judgy right now
Are
are not
non-parents,
parents.
right.
And
No,
then the
absolutely.
other one is a new parent.
He's still kind of shook. He's like,
Yeah.
this is what I have to look
It's
forward
exactly-
to.
that's
This
exactly
is what's
what
going to
my
happen.
answer is.
what you
like,
have to look because
is this really gonna happen to
Because
me?
what happens? What
It doesn't
happens
have to,
is-
Johnny.
Is
It
this
doesn't
what
have
I'm
to.
looking forward to?
Because what happens is it's not like you're gonna have kids and you're not going to get it in as much as you want to.
Of course.
So when you get it in and y'all both in that motion, sometimes it ruins it. It's done.
Yeah.
That's it. Like we just come back another day. You know what I mean?
You live to fight another day.
But if you're still both into it, very much into it, you hardly even got to that point where like you could be like, all right, well, I'm at least, you know, I at least got it into, you know, whatever. You're gonna be like, well, fuck, like, how do we? Like we got to play
now.
Yeah,
someone's got a bus, and it's gonna be me.
Yeah, and it's exactly that. Like
reason 589 why I don't want children. I don't need this. I don't need this in my life.
Some people don't have to do it because they treat it like from day one they have their baby sleeping in their own bed and all of that shit, and you don't really have to go through that.
You got to kennel train it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Oh. Same difference. He's just like, oh, it doesn't happen enough to where I got things to look forward to. Anyway.
Yeah. That's all I keep picturing.
Yeah.
It's just
No. It's more like her feeding the baby.
Okay.
And then you're like, she's on her side and you got to angle your way in sideways, like, you know what I mean? Like,
so,
I
don't want to see the baby.
I can't even
I don't
believe
want to see the baby.
It has to happen how it has to happen. It happens
That's
how it
fair.
has to happen.
You got to get that nut in.
Word.
Get that nut.
That's all I got for questions, baby. That's it.
All right, so if we're done with all the questions,
you know what it's time for. News clips.
Sweet. It's time to do my favorite part of the show. News clips.
what the fuck that voice is?
Let's see. This week, today's Tuesday, right? So yesterday, actually, big news in New York State was the first licenses were handed out for pot shops.
Ooh, tasty.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe some point in some place in New York State before the end of this year, you'll be able to buy weed. One of the actual things that they did announce was that the people that did get these licenses, because more than likely won't have a store, they'll be able to start delivery operations immediately.
From wherever?
From wherever they, like, it can be any location as long as it's, like, approved. But I guess, like, so it can't be, like, your basement.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like where you're going to set up your storefront.
Okay.
So you could just like rent a spot like this studio and use that as your location to take delivery orders from. Unfortunately for The Rock, though,
hit me off.
Not one person in The Rock got a license, or Western New York, or the Capital Region, or Mid-Hudson, anywhere outside of New York City, really.
Oh, jeez.
What a downer.
I think Long Island, there was some place in Long Island that got it. But it's all because Dave knows. He sent me this article. Some dude in Michigan is suing the state off of some of one of their rules or requirements is that for these first licenses, you have to have already been arrested. But one of the rules is you had to have been arrested in New York State, right? Like you can't have been arrested elsewhere for marijuana. It has to have been here in New York State, and then it applies to you. So this guy owns a couple shops in Michigan. He was previously at some point of his life arrested for weed in Michigan, and he's like, it's unfair that I'm not allowed to open a business in New York State. And so he filed a lawsuit. A judge put some kind of like whatever the thing is that judges do, where they, prevent you from an injunction or whatever. That he put an injunction against New York State issuing licenses, but it was only to certain regions. And in the city, it's only Brooklyn. So the Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens, they could all.
Just Brooklyn.
So it's for some reason, I don't know why.
That seems fucked up, dude.
It's
Just
very
one
weird.
borough singling them out like that? I'm
not sure
wild.
what was the choices that they.
How did they came to that conclusion?
Pick those regions?
Justice for Brooklyn.
Oh, see, look at that. It was planned. We planned that.
Facts. But no, there was a good number of operations that got their license. I know like 2 or 3 people that got their license in the city.
Personally?
Nice.
Like I don't know them, but like I've met them.
Okay.
I've talked to them. There's
Acquaintances.
Acquaintances. There you go.
They're not coming to your Thanksgiving.
Absolutely
With
not.
the mac and cheese with blueberries in that bitch. All right. Bad callback.
Yeah, that's not happening at my Thanksgiving. Don't
Well, I
don't
can fuck
attribute
with
that
it.
over
It's
here.
okay. Not a big deal.
Hey man, I'm not telling anybody to bring that shit to my own.
I
sending you
did
some.
actually get a Popeyes turkey this year, so we'll
Stop
see what
it. You got
happens.
the Cajun. You paid like $75 for a
And
turkey. They were
I don't
something
know what it was. I
wild,
heard
bro.
that the prices did go up. I like might be even like $90 or some shit like
Yeah.
that. I didn't
No, it
place
was-
the
it
order.
was
My
crazy.
sister-in-law did, but
Let me know how that is. I've
I'm
thought about
very
that.
excited
That sounds
for it.
delicious.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Do they have the sides for it? It's like, are they getting Popeye
I'm not
sides?
sure.
Like you get beans and
I
mashed
just
potatoes?
asked that question before I got in the studio, so I don't know what the answer is. But that
What
would be
sides
lit
we
if
got?
we get
Oh,
like
if you get the actual Popeye,
Popeye
sides,
sides.
Biscuits.
that's fire.
Word.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. So we'll see. And I do a double Thanksgiving, so that's happening on one side of the family.
Do you
And
also
then
get a regular turkey as
I'll
well?
get a regular turkey and pernil.
Ooh, what if you were vegan?
Never. You get tofurkey.
I'll tell you one thing. I 1000% eat the mac and cheese and blueberries before I eat a fucking tofurkey.
Oh, 100%.
No.
100%.
No, you would eat the tofurkey
Yes.
first?
Oh,
No. God, no.
hard pass.
Fucking
Hard
turkey
disagreement,
Any
sorry.
fake
gelatin.
vegan meat is.
I've had some really good tofu before.
I don't even know what tofu tastes like. I can't
I've had
accurately
tofu
talk
before.
shit.
You ever had miso
but
soup with tofu in it?
No, I would
that.
never.
Oh, I've had tofu and a lot of the typically like Chinese takeout
So yeah,
soups.
tofu is extremely popular because it takes the whatever flavor you give it and it soaks it in. And,
I imagine it's like
and it mimics it.
sponge.
But
It's like eating sponge.
yeah, I've never ordered a dish specifically like with tofu and like with. Isn't tofu made from soybeans?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
So like it's never like that's not even a good option for men because
Gives
when
you tits.
well yeah soy
See these tits?
raises your estrogen levels
soy
because
sauce.
it has estrogen
Oh.
or whatever in soy. So
Mm-hmm.
men who
I had no idea.
so men who are vegan or even just lactose intolerant, if you drink soy milk, you will see an elevated
Breast size.
Yeah, you would see elevated
Nipples are
levels in
sensitive.
estrogen, which leads to things like man boobs and shit like
I
that.
still have flat titties.
You drink soy milk?
Yeah, I'm lactose.
Not for long.
Even,
son.
even with the
Been
lactose,
about 10 years.
I go more for like the almond milk and
Well, that
stuff
shit just started coming out in the
Correct,
last
correct,
like 3
correct.
years. Before that, it was pretty much soy milk or
lactate.
fuck.
Almond milk,
Lactated.
oat milk.
Oat milk is my shit.
Oat milk is good. I like oat milk.
I don't know. I've tried it like mixed in
Dave
with
has
my
never
coffee.
tried it. He's just like, it sounds gross.
No,
It sucks.
I've had sips of drinks that have oat milk in them, and just knowing that it's oat milk, it grosses me out
but
instantly.
it's
I
because
can't.
you know
I
it's
know,
oat
right,
milk.
right.
It's totally
Right.
It's not milk, and it's not. You know what I mean? Like you know that it's not milk.
Yeah, it's
but
not
when
milk.
you can't
Oat water.
But
Yeah.
when you can't have milk,
But it tastes so good.
what are you what are you gonna?
Oat milk
If you
tastes very
became
similar to
lactose
milk.
intolerant, and let me tell you, the day will pop higher than likely. The day will come. What are you gonna drink?
Water.
Water. You're gonna eat water with your cereal.
Milk and cookies.
gonna
No,
crack it
not
out.
milk and cookies. Water and cookies.
Yeah, water
Oreos.
and
I'll
coo-
dip
yeah.
my Oreos in water.
And that is
Oh my
more.
God,
that
You sick fuck.
that
It's
is
gross.
better for you than trying oat milk.
You be drinking that mud water?
Yes,
See-
I think it is better for me than trying
do
oat
you-
milk.
Okay, so see, in certain cases, I'm like, yeah, like he's a food snob. That's fine. He just knows what he likes. But in certain cases, just like, bro,
Cookies
why-
in water.
why are you
Oh my
doing
God,
this to
that'd be so
yourself?
Tricks
gross.
in water.
Why would you do this
Yo,
to yourself?
Oreos and like soggy ass
out.
Oreos.
If you plug your nose, you don't even know. It's just
you can't
still-
taste it. Why are you eating? Just have mush at that point.
Jeez, it's so
Get a
gross.
feeding tube.
Gruel.
Yeah, just eating dry ass
At that
cereal.
point, if I became lactose intolerant, I might as well start eating gruel because I love dairy. Cheese,
I love dairy.
milk and cookies. I need milk and cookies
So
before I go
even-
to bed.
So like I cannot drink
Don't ever.
a full glass of milk without like it
Oh my God.
fucking me up somehow.
Keeps
Yeah.
me regular.
That would
But
kill
Here's the
me.
cheese,
thing.
I still won't give it up.
I don't want to drink a full glass of regular milk.
It's got to be chocolate milk.
This guy's still, he's still looking, it's got to be chalky milk, okay?
Chalky milk.
He's putting
That's what I call
syrup in his water.
Yo.
Would that work? Could I have chocolate water? Because that's what I would do.
Only if
Aside
you
from
warm it up.
drinking Oat milk.
Only if you warm it up.
warm
and you
it
have-
up.
Yeah,
And it's like Coke
hot
with
chocolate with water.
night.
Let your oats sit in this water overnight, and then drink the liquid that
I'm
falls
sure it's
off
more
of
than
them.
overnight too. It's probably like 30 days.
Those
sitting in
overnight
water.
oats. You ever see the overnight? It's disgusting.
No, the overnight oats look bomb. That shit
And they
looks like
are.
it's fucking good.
Don't trust this guy.
No, I'm not. I'm not. He and I differ so much on like with a lot of food.
Y'all eat like homeless people. Is it food? Give me it. I'll fucking crush that shit.
I mean,
Calories?
Have you seen me?
I'll take it.
have you seen me? It's not because I.
You're very
not me.
discriminating.
I grew up in the Midwest. They don't have a refined palate.
Yeah, one day though, he will be humbled, and he's gonna have to make that choice. He's gonna be drinking milk. He's gonna be drinking his chalky milk.
I'm saying
Chalky
lactate.
water.
and it's gonna so
No,
fucking
lactate
gross.
is gross.
Yo, that shit is so.
Fairlife is
tried.
good, bro. I
I've
like
tried
Fairlife.
options. Let me tell you, and that shit is gross.
What's the milk? Lactate? Or what is the milk that doesn't have lactose in it?
Lactate.
Is it lactate?
Lactate removes the lactose.
we go.
Fairlife adds lactase.
Ooh.
And I drink Fairlife all the time now. That's my new
Fairlife
shit.
is fire.
There
It's
was
just
a,
like $1 more a gallon.
Yeah,
than-
Fairlife.
I'm
is
learning
great.
so much.
yeah.
And it's higher in
this pod.
protein, right?
I think so. They
Yeah,
probably
Fairlife
add
is
protein.
high in protein.
Did y'all ever see the Fairlife video of those cows just being fucking tortured and beaten,
No,
bro?
please
It
don't
is-
tell me
it-
that.
Bro, it is the most
That's
sad
good.
video
Oh
that
my
I've ever
God.
seen. Listen, if you guys are drinking
Wait,
Fairlife
wait.
milk,
The
Google this
Fairlife
video.
cows. It's the Fairlife cows.
it was a Fairlife farm that these cows were severely mistreated.
How was
bro.
that Fairlife?
I don't want to talk about it.
I could have
That's not even
cried.
Fairlife, bro.
I could have cried.
That's not fair.
And I don't care about animals that
It's not
much,
fair.
but this was sad.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? So
I
the
thought
best
the Fairlife
way,
cows were happy.
These cows were not, Johnny. I'm going to send
The
you
best-
that video.
the best way, right, to avoid these situations is simply to not watch these videos. Because
Let the cows suffer in silence.
let me tell you, how did those animals feel that you like to barbecue all the time?
They were probably sick and they needed to get put down anyway.
You're
And
eating
I was,
That
Steak
sounds
meats.
great. That sounds real good.
as long as it's smoked,
great.
you
Yeah,
can't,
I'll
you can't
food
taste,
stamp this guy.
God.
you
because
can't
it's
taste
sick meats.
trigonosis.
Yeah.
He's looking it up. He's looking up the Fairlife cow videos.
I'm reading the description of what they did to these cows.
This was
and
bad,
that's
dude. This was a
bad.
very
I don't wanna
bad
hear it.
Fairlife
So-
video.
No, it's bad.
Think
What's-
about that next
I'll
time you're
plug my
drinking your
ears.
Fairlife milk.
So what,
All y'all.
What's crazy, really, if you think about it? What's really crazy about this, and then we can get back onto the news. But what's really crazy, right, is how we were taught that it is okay that one random dude one day decided to jerk off a cow, right? And that became the standard on how what
these
we
titties?
drink, right? But this and he's okay with that because that is just how we were brought up,
That's how
right?
God intended it.
I think milk is disgusting.
But he goes, yeah, oats that have been sitting in water.
And also, I like barbecuing sick chickens. Like,
All the barbecue I eat is not ill. Just for the record, listeners.
Yeah.
Listener. We do not eat. Listen, Obi-Wan. That's not true.
Yeah. And how about the conversation we were having earlier on how y'all decided y'all were gonna just be snapping chickens' necks
Fuck them
because you're
chickens.
trying to get in your car.
Fuck them chickens.
You ever been in an orangutan sword fight?
peck me once, shame on you. Peck me twice, you getting your neck broke.
Yeah.
At least it's one orangutan a year. They will all survive.
I'm getting creative with it. What do you mean they'll all survive? You gotta butcher that
Yeah,
motherfucker,
how are
or else
you-
it's coming for you.
Yeah, but I'm not killing multiple a year. I'm only killing
Oh,
one.
just one.
Oh, just
coming
one a
at
year.
yeah, and I just have to survive that one. You got.
What about his family? Who
Literally.
tells his wife and his children that he's not coming home?
He shouldn't have came at me, bro.
You came at him.
15 years.
No,
That's
he
15
coming to me.
orangutans,
15,
bro.
that's a generation. That's a family
body count, bro.
That's a body count. But how many
Come for your
orangutans?
son.
But
how
nobody
many-
cares
his
about them
son.
chickens.
Look,
You-
so many chickens.
365
There's so many
chickens a year.
chickens.
That's not even a day
Not
at
even.
Tyson Farm.
Chickens be fucking so much.
Let me see what the orangutan population is.
Dude,
Because
that's like all the orangutans in North America.
Exactly.
I don't even think. Is there orangutans in North America?
There are
zoo.
23.
Aside from
At the
zoos.
zoo.
Like they're not in the natural wild of America.
Oh, no.
There are 230,000 orangutans in total. So
That's nothing.
Throughout my life, if I kill one a year for the rest of my life, that's not even going to put a dent in that.
You really
How many
freaked me
chickens?
out though when
Google
you
the
said
chicken
23.
population.
I mean,
Mr.
Yeah,
Population.
Panicked.
Yeah, if it was 23, is it like I'd go through a whole family.
You better get
I
your
mean,
will in order and everything,
There's
son.
8 billion people in the world. You killed 23 people. That's quite a body count, bro.
Still not great. It's frowned upon.
Facts.
That's only
Yo, killing an orangutan is like bodying a dude, man.
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
The struggle.
Oh, man. Yo, bro, if it's like that dude though,
Word.
Yo,
like
Yeah.
the males.
you might not make it to the. You're taking for granted that you're just gonna murk one a year. There could be that one year where it gets you.
Yeah, that's true. I'll survive as long as I can, and hopefully, in my eyes, I'm thinking like every year is just I'm gonna be that much better.
Older. You're gonna be that much older
I'm gonna
and
be that much
slower.
better at it.
But what if the first year it comes at you from the start and you're not that great with your knives yet, and you get murked the first year?
Or you at least get
Or you
stabbed.
get like,
you
or you like break your legs.
You lose an arm. You lose an arm. So now the next year, you got one arm, and the motherfucking orangutan's coming at you.
Yeah, there's no.
Next year, you lose a leg. So now you're fucking hobbling with one motherfucking arm trying to get this bitch, son.
Or
It's just going to get worse, dog.
Or not even nothing that had to do with the orangutan, right? You were just in a car accident, left you fucked up, right? And
you're
he shows
chicken.
up at the hospital.
And you're in like
That's
casts and
yeah,
shit
that's
in
the
the
thing.
hospital bed.
That's the
And it
thing. He don't
just
give a fuck.
it climbs on you and it
Because
puts
you were
its
riding
finger
with
over
Dave
its
and he
mouth and
didn't
it's
kill
like,
the chicken.
Yeah.
it ends now, walk.
Chicken
It
got
just
him.
fucking murks
Crashed
you
his car.
because you can't move. You're like, this is how I go. This orangutan gets me.
At that point, I'd be like, can you just put the pillow over my face, Mr. Orangutan?
He shushes you. He's like, shh, it's over now. You can't do
But he's
nothing
more
about
like-
this.
He does it to his face.
Right.
Yeah, he puts it- What was the monkey in Planet of the Apes? The Caesar. Caesar comes at you. So if Caesar comes at you,
No.
But that's a whole chimp.
Yeah, that's a chimp.
that is they're a lot
That's
stronger.
that's
I feel like.
well, that and Caesar could think and speak, and yeah, that was that was scary.
What if you had to fight Caesar once a year?
Oh,
That's a whole different
That's a
thing.
lot.
That's a different episode.
I won't even take that.
The chickens. I'm snapping chicken
Yeah, I'm
motherfucking
killing-
necks
killing
all
the
day,
chickens.
son.
Killing all the chickens. All right, what's the next one, bro? What's the next story?
Killing all the chickens.
Tangents.
That's what we do.
I love it.
We got to do that.
Oh my god, this is terrible because I should have led with this one.
It's a chicken story, isn't it?
No, it's just a hard transition. Maybe I can push this one off. Let me push this
What
one
is
back.
this so bad?
It's not bad. It's just a hard transition. So I'm gonna switch over. Let's bring back the Twitter talk. Just a couple of things that have happened in Twitter spheres, in Twitter space. So Donald Trump is back on Twitter. I believe Kanye
Has he
West
tweeted
has
yet?
been rebanned.
Have
or
either of them
unbanned.
tweeted yet?
Kanye did. He did some shit like test.
Yeah,
Just
that's
wanna
right.
See if
Yeah.
my Twitter works.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that, but nothing from Trump yet.
No, Trump. He posted on his Truth. It is, right?
yeah. Yep.
He said some shit like, "Nah, like his typical thing where he's like, they're burning down and they're gonna be the
Yeah.
worst, and that they're at the bottom of all the social medias. And
Yeah.
Truth Social.
Truth is so.
and so he's basically trying to say like he doesn't need to jump platforms.
Okay, good. I don't want him
makes
back,
sense.
honestly.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Yeah. I hope he stays away.
Although
for
I
sure.
do kind of check every now and then just to see if he said something. Shit was wild when he
I
was
think I
on
had him
Twitter.
blocked.
I'm pretty sure I have him muted for sure.
Anybody that posts up links with a paywall on Twitter gets an auto block from me. But I think Trump is still unblocked currently. I want to see what he says.
That's like a plugin you got?
What? No,
Oh,
it's just
you're
me.
like,
Yeah, if somebody
as soon as
posts
you see it, then you block them.
Yeah, like the Atlantic, bro. If an Atlantic article pops up, get fucked.
Fuck that newspaper. Let's see who else is back. MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she got brought back. Andrew Tate has had his Twitter account reinstated. Jordan Peterson had his account reinstated. The Babylon Bee had their account reinstated.
Who's the Babylon Bee?
The Babylon Bee is like a Christian Onion.
And they were
they do
banned?
like satirical news stories.
Yeah,
but
sounds
they're
funny.
usually like church related or conservative related.
Oh, so they're not funny. I wasn't sure where you were going with that. Like,
It's hit or miss.
were they like making fun of religion?
No.
Okay,
No.
that's not funny.
No, it's the opposite. And
They're
this
pro-religion.
time, I guess they got banned for some like trans joke that they put out there. Most of their stuff,
Punching
like
down.
I said, is not very funny. And I've had conservatives send me articles of theirs before, thinking that they were real.
Like, hey, look.
I was
Oh,
like, you know, the Babylon Bee is a satire site, right? They're like, oh, for real?
oh, for real? Did you see the people that comment on the Onion Twitter? That literally,
They think the Onion is real.
Oh, it's the best.
It's
I live for those days.
interesting.
Are the hard times. I'm like,
But-
oh no, come on.
Some of the other stuff that's happening over at the dumpster fire that is Twitter currently, apparently their copyright strike system also got broken. So people are uploading full movies to Twitter right now.
I saw that. Yeah,
I did see that.
that's awesome.
So that's been pretty lit.
I love these people that are just finding.
Yes, like I was thinking about that as well. Like who is penetrating or pen testing these like different systems to find out that you can upload anything to Twitter and it won't get immediately banned?
There are people who are just not even that they're bored. That's just what they do, man. That's all they do is they try to. Oh, let me. I hear all of this shit is going down. Let me see what I can. They have tests.
Yeah,
It's like their vendetta.
They automate these tests to see like.
I guess.
Here,
yeah.
I'm gonna write this code and I'm gonna
Yeah.
see like if it penetrates this, it's gonna let me know, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna expose that.
So for every day for the last 4 years, someone's been trying to upload Tokyo Drift to
And then
Twitter.
one day-
and it finally went through.
Imagine there's fucking how stoked they were when it went through and it uploaded that one day, bro.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh man, why not something completely different? Like Debbie Does Dallas or some shit.
There's enough porn on Twitter.
That's true.
not
Yeah,
blocked.
that's not blocked. You're right.
Fern Gully.
You ever see like
Golly.
suspended Twitter accounts though, like porn stars? All like if you click on their name, it's like this account has been suspended. What could they
Why?
have posted?
Yeah.
Like you see outrageous shit posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
But this one account was like, you stepped over the line. Like I need to know what the fuck they posted because it had to have been
I think that's one of the reasons
Insane.
Elon took over, right? Because that all of that stuff is very nebulous. Like there's no answer. We don't know what they did. We don't know
Yeah.
what is the line.
Right.
It's just some people that decided, yeah, that's it. You out. You kicked
If
off.
you try to encourage a coup, then you're probably
You're probably okay.
probably banned from Twitter now. But if you post just nudity and hardcore pornography, you're good.
I think the nudity and hardcore pornography is probably all right, as long
Agreed.
as long as no one
Reports you?
reports it. Yeah.
So small accounts, fine. Big time accounts with huge followers.
It's a
banned.
bigger problem
makes
because
sense.
now it has people that are going to be reporting it more often. Whereas like you said, like the smaller accounts generally has people who or has followers of people who want that kind of stuff, right? It's more of a private. Guys want to see girls' tits; they're not going to report it. Women who are okay with that kind of stuff, it gets it gets pushed to them. And if you like this kind of stuff, it's it's there, and they get that. But if it's something that's pushed out to a mass audience that aren't necessarily
bound to be
asking
more
for it,
haters.
you're gonna have that much more people who are, trying to report it.
My friend and I were kind of talking about that because he said that like he was seeing on Twitter when everyone thought it was shutting down that like girls were just uploading pictures of their tits, and he was like, but I didn't see any. And he's like, and I was kind of bummed. And he goes, I know, he was like, I know for you probably like or whatever. And I'm like, let me stop you there. Now, just because I am a straight woman, I enjoy a good pair of tits.
Right.
Like I would have also liked to see tits in my TL.
Right.
Same.
Especially if Twitter was shutting down.
Yeah.
See?
We
But
thought
if
it was all going down too. We were going to wake up to no Twitter that one day. I don't know if you guys remember that, where it was just say goodbye. There were people posting the Titanic band, playing them out as they went down, and then I woke up the next day and there was tits and Twitter.
But see,
Twitter.
It takes a special person to do that, because like if I was if like I'm on Twitter and randomly come up to a fucking pair of balls and a cock on it, right? I'm not reporting the page, but I'm gonna figure out like what brought this to my page, and I'm unfollowing that.
I've never seen that like in my standard time.
No,
but in the replies to someone's tits, there's usually at least three cocks.
But I'm not going to report it.
It's the rule.
I'm not going to report it. It's just like,
minimum.
oh, fuck.
The cock to tit ratio on Twitter is,
I would unfollow before I report anything. But there are certain people that are just like, quick to report.
I don't think
I report
reported
spam.
a single thing.
Only spam. If you hit me up with like one of those group messages on Twitter where it's like, are you looking for part-time work? Like, those are getting reported instantly, but like
I just figure someone like Dave is reporting them, so I don't do it.
The most hardcore porn, it's cool. Let it go.
Yeah,
like
whatever,
I don't
man.
care what it is, but like
Like,
if you're trying to sell me some bullshit and you're fake, reported. Reported. Done. You've been reported.
Straight to jail.
Sir, I'd like to call the Twitter police, please.
Get Elon on the phone now.
See?
I saw a wiener.
It's like, at least this man right here is putting it on his timeline for multiple people. It's not in some poor girl's DMs. Like, that's perfectly fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
Everyone enjoy this.
If you want to consume,
Yes, everyone consume this if you'd like, and if not, move on.
True.
It's like, all right, bro. It's like, I didn't want to see that, and I'm gonna probably unfollow you, but I respect you. That's fine.
I don't think
I
I've
like
ever
that
followed
stance.
anybody that just had their balls out, and I'm like, I gotta unfollow this page that I was following that all of a sudden pulled their balls out. I guess I just don't follow wild pages like that.
I don't fuck with Twitter like that.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's
you know
fair.
what mean?
I know you don't.
These are just
Hypotheticals.
hypotheticals. Yeah.
Wiener
if I saw a pair of
hypotheticals.
balls come up on Instagram, first of all, I'd be like, the fuck are they doing?
You reporting that?
But if not,
You
it's just
reporting
like,
it?
I'm not reporting. Even then, I'm not reporting it.
Oh, Twitter or Instagram would take that down though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Instagram
you wouldn't
doesn't
have
fuck
to.
around.
Like balls
The only thing I've
in
ever
this setting.
You're getting killed. You're murdered. There's people showing up at your
The only
crib.
thing I've
Family
ever
episode.
only thing I've ever reported is like, when someone is trying to be someone that I know, and they're just like, hit up this link, and then I'm like, all right, report that. But that's it.
Fake pages of people that I know personally.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
personally.
the only way you're getting reported
I have
on
one of
Instagram.
those. I've had like 100 people report it and it's still up.
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
nobody's,
And I'm like, are you kidding me, Instagram?
Yeah.
nobody's trying
Same.
to mimic
I've
our
had
shit.
a bunch of friends.
They haven't mine nor you like ours.
No one wants to be in
offended
sensitive
right
culture.
I'm kind of offended right now that no one wants to be in sensitive
What if someone
culture.
hacked our page and it was just 10-inch cocks? Every post was a big fat cock. Would you report it?
From what I understand, it would be rough for us to get that back.
You want those rough cocks back, or
I want our page back.
that's fair?
And then I'll remove the cocks.
Or you guys can play like who's is who's.
Man, whose cock is this?
Whose cock is
Let's
this?
guess the race
Yeah.
of this cock.
Yeah. Oh, that one looks pale. I wonder whose that is. Johnny's.
Indochina. This is an Indo-Chinese cock we're looking at here.
Oh my God.
This one has salt and pepper cubes. That's Dave for sure.
Mid-50s? Or is he 36?
Oh, shit.
Leave the salt and pepper in my beard alone. That does not translate.
No,
just for the record.
I don't even see the salt and pepper in your beard. I see more of the
I see it in his beard.
Yeah, I mean,
the Mr. Fantastic.
yeah. The poly walnuts. That's what we call it.
Probably walnuts.
All right,
Those
what's the next
guys.
one? You have any more?
Let's see. This came out, I think yesterday. Honda and Sony. I don't know if y'all seen this. Honda and Sony teamed up.
Oh, yes.
And so I guess Sony's been putting out these like fake, what do they call these, prototype cars or whatever. And everyone was kind of like, is Sony really going to come out with a car? But I guess they were just like working on tech. So they decided to partner with Honda. And Honda's going to drop a car that's using Sony tech. And apparently they're going to stick a PlayStation 5 inside these new Hondas at some point in the future.
How they do that?
I know some Puerto Rican guys who have a PlayStation 5 in their 1997.
It's a PlayStation 3. They have a PlayStation 3 in their Honda.
And
Still tight. It's Still
What
tight.
does this pimp my ride?
yeah, right.
Yo, we heard you love PlayStation, dog. So we put a PS2 in your 2022 Mercedes.
Johnny was the first guy that when iPads first came out, he had his fucking dashboard made
That's
and
right.
like replaced with an iPad and shit there.
That was the OG Tesla. He was,
It was.
he was the OG of that shit.
It was.
He knew. He saw the future. If you could have
Elon copied him.
spun
Exactly.
that into
Pretty
a
much.
business format,
Pretty
oh,
much.
bro.
the same way that Quentin Tarantino copied Kanye's idea.
Right.
That's what Elon Musk did with Johnny.
Exactly.
I think Kanye gave Elon the idea for that big display in the Teslas
Probably.
and the electric car in general.
Wait.
I feel like that was all.
I missed something. Quentin Tarantino and Kanye.
Kanye came out not too long ago, and he pretty much said that he gave Tarantino the idea for the story of Django Unchained.
Oh.
And that Tarantino wrote based on Kanye's
And
ideas.
is there truth to that?
None. At all. No.
I did hear Quentin Tarantino respond to that, and he was like, "I had the idea well before Kanye came up to me." However, I think he's talking about a time when he was pitching an idea for the college dropout, where he wanted to have like a bunch of different, like a mini movie kind of play out to the album kind of thing, and he pitched the idea of a slave and all of this stuff, and like he was like, the story obviously like wasn't the same, but he had like this slave story, and he was like, and I wish he would have done it because it sounded pretty funny, it sounded pretty cool, like, you know, in context, that's what he was aiming for, something that was very ironic. But no, he did not give me the
I don't believe
chance.
like a word that comes out of Kanye's mouth.
No.
But like for a second, I was like, wait, is that real?
Well, you know, Quentin Tarantino, a lot of things come out like that he says gets turned into controversial shit.
Yeah.
But really, he tried to make that as amicable as he could, just by saying like, we had this conversation and it had to do with him playing a slave and all of this. But no, that had absolutely nothing to do with Django.
Kanye was going to be the slave.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Can you imagine if he hired him to be Django?
Better than Will Smith, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I still think of Will Smith playing Neo in The Matrix, and it's like, ugh, that was a bad choice.
Will Smith's got Emancipation coming up, though. That's going to be his Django. I feel like that's why he took that, is because he was pissed that he didn't. Because the Django role was offered to him first before Jamie Foxx, and it wasn't.
He's
it wasn't
notorious for
about him
shutting
enough.
down a lot of those.
A lot of movies that would have
great,
killed for him.
great
Sure.
fucking roles. But then I think about it, and like Will Smith, he does great in a lot of roles, but in certain roles, like I can't see him being Neo in The Matrix.
No.
Now it's only Keanu Reeves in my head.
Right.
You know, like how different would that movie have been? And I forgot who was supposed to play
Trinity?
Morpheus.
Oh, Morpheus.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was a
a
white
white dude,
actor. Yeah,
right?
it was a white
Yeah,
actor, and I can't remember who the actor is, but it would have been
Just
completely
different.
different
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, it would have been horrible. But yeah, so what were you saying about PlayStation 5 and Congress?
PlayStation 5 and Honda. But no, like that's not gonna make me buy a Honda. Like I don't care how dope that shit is, and I feel like I said this. I was like, yeah, this is tight, but it's still a Honda, bro. Like I'm not driving a Civic, so I could play. Who wants to play
Hey, I liked my
PlayStation
Civic.
5? But would you buy one just to play PlayStation 5 in
No.
your
No,
driveway?
can-
Like
with
It's
technology where it is now, like I could literally install in any car. I can put TVs in, in the headrest of my car, and have my kids play a PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? Like if you really wanted to, I get it. It's
built
part,
in,
it's
though.
built into
Right.
the system. It's built, but
How practical is that though? Like, yo, I want to play some God of War Ragnarok. Let me go out to the whip real quick.
you
and
won't
just-
even get that much
No,
by
yeah.
the time you go
You
somewhere.
so
Long trips.
remember electric car, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to charge the car. You're sitting there for 20, 30 minutes
Sure.
waiting for the car, depending on how far you're going. Could easily
I mean, that's a way to pass the time for sure.
It is, yeah.
Without a doubt.
The Tessie's got games built in. I think I played like a racing game once. Usually if I'm doing anything while I'm sitting waiting, I'm watching like YouTube or
So are
Netflix
you
or
find
something.
yourself sitting and waiting for it to charge frequently? Like enough that you think you could justify a PS5?
I would say I'm different than the average person because I
You
also
got the charging
I have
station at the crib.
most people, if you have a garage, you install a charger in your house.
Should.
That's how you save money. If you're charging at like a supercharger all the time, you're wasting money. That's almost as expensive as
Paying for gas, yeah.
But because I have the second house that also has a charger there, I don't really stop at superchargers unless I'm going not between here and home.
Right.
Like if I'm going between Rochester and back in New York, then I'm not stopping at a public charger. So I'm not really sitting in the car waiting for that. But there's been times maybe, my wife goes inside the store and I decide to stay in the car with the baby or something. I'm pulling up Disney or Netflix or some shit.
Yeah.
Watching some shit.
On the screen in the
Yeah.
in the Tessie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Either on the big screen or the rear screen. There's one in the
It's got to
back.
look dope. That's such a gorgeous screen. Like those screens in the Teslas, they're insane. Like even in my car, like
And
I
the
have
sound
a big
system is
screen.
lit too. So it's like, it's a dope ass sound system
Yeah.
on a pretty decent
You get the Plex
screen.
on there.
Nice.
Anybody stream Plex to that?
There
bad
is a
boy?
way, yeah. It's not a native app,
Yeah.
but there's like you can go through the browser basically, and yeah, you can watch your Plex
That's
library.
dope.
Okay.
I still gotta watch that Black Adam.
Yeah, same.
Me too.
Last story. I probably should have led with this, but it's we got to pour one out for the Green Ranger.
Oh.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
not a big Power Rangers person, so I didn't really know much about Mr. Jason.
I was. Jason David Frank.
yeah,
JDF.
Yeah. Jason, rest in peace to that man. Like, and he was there Friday at Comic-Con.
Yeah,
New
he
York
was.
Comic-Con.
Oh wow.
He was
He
there
was,
the
yeah.
Friday.
I did just see that he within the last couple months got divorced.
He
I don't know
did,
if
yeah.
that added to his depression.
I mean, he's the Green Ranger, though. He could have pulled another bad bitch.
Right.
That's no reason to go
That's
crazy.
Not, just pulling
I
a
mean,
bad
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, man. Yo,
oh my god!
jeez.
You made that so much worse than it was supposed to be.
Oh man, these guys. You know, you can't
But
have
no,
a
like
serious
there's
conversation about
no
anything.
cause of death was released.
Nothing.
But it was
Suicide.
suicide.
Yeah,
But like
okay.
it
But
wasn't.
how?
It
I
wasn't
don't
how.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's rough because we
Does
won't.
that matter?
I'm sure that within the next upcoming weeks we're gonna get more information, and it's just gonna get more and more rough because I've been seeing a lot of things from like fans, and it's crazy because like I remember like the Green Ranger and shit. We were talking about it in the group chat. How when we were kids, like I remember being in the cafeteria in elementary school and thinking like, yo, Green Ranger, like I'm the Green Ranger. And, you know, 'cause he was
I'm the Green
badass.
Ranger.
Yeah,
I'm the Green
exactly.
Ranger. Fuck you.
Like,
I was
you
the
know,
Pink Ranger.
you see, of
course.
course.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have been the Yellow Ranger.
That's true, but nobody ever
Nobody
picked
wanted
the
to
Yellow
be-
Ranger. no one ever picked the Yellow Ranger. It was always the Pink Ranger, you know. And with guys, it was a toss up between the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger. That was it.
And then the White Ranger
know.
eventually. I want to be the White
Yeah.
Ranger.
If you were black, you probably picked the Black Ranger.
Probably
you had
not.
to. There was no choice. That was by default. what you had to root for the Black Ranger.
Probably not. Everybody wanted to be the Red.
Our Rangers were racist as fuck.
Oh,
They
hell
were,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But let's not deviate from what's
Racist ass Power Rangers
guys.
stuff.
Shit.
I don't know. We're
Fuck,
supposed to have a moment of silence here.
Nah, for real though. Like it was sad to see, especially after hearing about Kevin Conroy, who was the voice of Batman in the animated series when he passed recently.
Arkham
We've been getting
games.
a lot of deaths lately.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter
And
too.
Aaron
that.
Carter, yeah.
Aaron Carter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we
And I
got-
don't think a cause of death was released for that either.
He's
He
in the
drowned.
bathtub.
Yeah.
In his bathtub, but like, what?
Right.
Like how
I mean,
many?
when you
opiates? Did he
drown in
fall
your
asleep?
bathtub is generally because you're
You're on the
you're
Whitney
on,
Houston.
You're on something
Yeah.
that caused you to fall asleep.
Okay.
In that, you know what I mean? Like same thing with Whitney Houston. I thought for whatever reason I thought it was like something hard, like heroin or something. But Whitney Houston was just a mixture of a concoction of different things, you know, that caused her to fall asleep. And generally, that's what happens with that. So we don't know with I always forget
Jason Frank.
Jason, yeah, it's
Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank. I always remember it's 3 first names.
It is like a serial killer.
Exactly. All right, we're probably just gonna remove this whole part from this. Oh, jeez.
That's just usually the case. Is all I'm saying. There was no ill intent towards Jason David Frank.
Yes.
JDM.
Oh,
That's how it is.
God.
That's how it is.
Can we?
Hollywooo.
Oh man. This gotta be chopped up so fucking bad.
I feel bad for the editors of the show. They do all the editing.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
For this, it's in.
Are you also just here for a good time?
That's all I'm good for. Oh, shit.
All right, so
Hollywooo.
That's all I got.
And that's the news.
oh jeez.
R.I.P. JDF.
Yes. Rest in peace to Jason David Frank.
And cheers.
And cheers. Yes. Jeez. Salud.
Ayo.
He would appreciate it.
I had an ex who loved to fight,
Yeah.
and we were like walking home from the bar one time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but all of a sudden we were in an altercation, like, word-wise at this point.
Sure.
But it was
Verbal altercation.
Yes, like I wasn't in it. I was just kind of like, what the fuck's
bystander,
happening?
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, these were grown-ass men that were like about to get down. And my ex was like this giant, jacked 6'2" man. And
6'2" is all right.
this guy's like in his face, like about to swing on him. And why did my ex bring MMA, like a tooth, what is it? A mouth
Like a
guard?
mouth guard?
Oh,
Mouth
yeah,
guard.
Jesus Christ.
To the bar with him.
He
'Cause
put his
pulled
mouth
that
guard
out.
out his mouth.
Let's go.
A mouth guard? I'm just bouncing, son. I'm running. I'm like, yo, my man has a mouth guard in?
And this guy was like,
He's ready to fight.
nah, my bad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. And my boyfriend's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And
Yeah.
he was like, no.
put my
And
mouth
actually, he was
guard
like,
in, babe.
are you sure? The guy was like, I'm good. Like, and I was like, why the fuck did you bring your mouth guard to the bar? He's
never
like,
know.
He goes, I just felt some shit was gonna go down. And I was like, that's fucking weird.
He was
dude,
going to
but-
start some
but
shit.
Also,
That's why he brought his mouth guard.
and I was like, but also, like,
I think I
guess
might
good
start walking
looking.
around with that shit. That's a good idea. I'm gonna
That's what I
start
was
looking
gonna
tough
say.
as a
It's
bitch.
like, yo, now because absolutely, if I'm going to fight somebody and they pull out a mouth guard out of nowhere, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna rethink this whole situation right now.
And he did.
Yeah, and he did it. Yes, exactly. Now the only way that would backfire is if you pull out a mouth guard and then he actually pulls out a mouth guard.
And he's like, oh,
shit. He's like,
oh, you got the mouth guard?
Oh,
Let me get my mouth guard right now.
I got a mouth guard.
no, he sees you do that. You put your mouth guard and he was like, "What's up, bitch?" And he goes, "I've been waiting for this for so long."
But they
But then it's so much calmer than you.
Like one of those like headgear things.
They blow the snot. They blow the snot out of their nostrils before they're about to fuck you up. Yo, it's game over, son. You need to bounce at that point.
It's a wrap.
And now you're at point. You know, you're at point zero again with the mouth guard.
I'm pulling the mouth guard out. Like,
now,
no, bro, let's talk about this shit.
Preemptive. I didn't mean that.
You actually sound more stupid
Oh,
going.
no, this is actually my sleep retainer.
Right?
You actually sound more stupid going, you know what? It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
All right. Let's finally get to some Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And let's see where this adventure takes us.
Oh, this will be fun.
When we start talking about Hollywood shit and then not talk about anything that has to do with Hollywood for a long period of time. All right, so I think one of the biggest news for us Marvel fans and Disney fans is that Bob Iger is returning as the CEO as
That's so
Bob
wild.
Chapek steps down.
That's so wild.
It is so wild. But so for those of you who don't understand what that really means, is Bob Iger was the CEO of Disney from 2007 to 2020.
I think so, yeah.
So in 2020, as the pandemic hit, we got all of the newer shit, and like as we've seen what the state of the MCU was from that point moving forward. And people have been, complaining that there are certain things that just they're not happy with, and there have been certain decisions that have been made. I think that the one thing that has been lost since then was the fact that Bob Iger had stepped down when he was attached to all of this during the most impactful years when it came to all of that. He was behind, purchasing. Disney purchasing Marvel, Disney purchasing Lucasfilm, Pixar, all of that stuff. Damn. He was the CEO at that time. As he steps down, this is where we see a little bit of a downgrade in certain areas because, in my opinion, Star Wars has been moving up, and Marvel has been coming down. So I think that this is good news for Marvel fans.
I agree.
For Disney fans.
Yeah, for Disney fans as a whole.
Yeah.
Just because, we have somebody that believes and like even like what we talked about with Thor Love and Thunder, the biggest rumor, which Taika he tried to shoot that down and said that, like the biggest thing was that they were on a time restraint. They didn't want the movie to be too long, and that caused for a lot of cuts in the movie. And those were decisions that were, taken from the top down. And he kind of, said that, no, that's not true. But in the end, I think that would have been a completely different movie if someone had the trust in him to deliver something like Ragnarok.
So it could have been better if there was more Christian Bale. If they didn't cut out all that fucking gore, the God Butcher shit,
right? That
he said they left on the cutting room floor. If Iger were there, you think maybe
it's a possibility. It's a possibility that without that, without giving him the restraint, or telling him from top down, like this needs to be cut down into a shorter movie. Without that little piece of information, it probably would have gotten what in my opinion, is what Thor: Love and Thunder needed. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was funny, but I felt like it needed that seriousness to it to kind of balance out the story arc. Whereas it was just silly all the way down, and to the point where you didn't even take Gore the God Butcher serious.
Yeah, he could have been way
there
scared.
There just wasn't enough of him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Right.
ask like what you guys thought about it because I actually was super late to watching Thor: Love and Thunder. I watched it like probably 2 weeks ago.
Sure.
Like that late.
Sure.
And I really, really liked it. Like
Yeah.
I was thoroughly entertained, but I didn't really think about the points you're making. Like it was just like a silly, goofy, like action, I don't know, type movie. Like it,
Yeah.
And I think with showing more of Christian Bale's character, it could have been just more like classic Marvel.
It would have just balanced out because like Ragnarok was great, and you know the original Thors just had a completely different tone to them, and when Ragnarok worked, again that's Taika Waititi directed that. I think that they went the sillier route, but it had enough balance to it that it was a great movie. You know, but with this one, it was all
Plus, it was
out
like
silly.
introduced silliness to it.
Yeah.
Where like you said, the first three or the first two
Yeah.
Thor movies, like it was very
humor.
serious and it
Yes.
was kind of so like elitist.
Yeah.
Because I think like Kenneth Branagh did the first one, like very like classical just movie filmmaking, and yeah, so Ragnarok introduced silliness, so that was just like a breath of fresh air. This one, I feel it was great. I loved it as well.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't really find as many faults as a lot of other people did. I do see their points once they started bringing them up, though. Kind of
Same.
like Ray is feeling it right now, right? Like you're just kind of like, oh shit. Now that you say that, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Just needed more
I
of a
love the
balance. That's
movie.
all.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if it would have been a little bit more balanced, it would have been an even better movie. But I enjoyed it. I fucking loved
too.
the ending. I never even it didn't even dawn on me the whole time that we always knew that the Love and Thunder was Love and Thunder. Like it was right there in front of us.
Yeah.
So I did fully enjoy that. But
I like the fact that they used the cast, their kids. 'Cause
yeah,
like,
that's his daughter. Like
that's his
fucking
actual
awesome.
daughter that played that little girl.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Chris Hemsworth's daughter.
Hemsworth's
Oh, I didn't know that. And I'm like obsessed
that
with
makes
Chris
it even
Hemsworth.
amazing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it that much better. That now she is the one chosen that he's going to show her the way. You know, but that's his actual daughter to take over.
Oh,
the
that's
mantle,
dope.
You know,
All right.
that was pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, so it had its great points. I just think like it would have been a more well-rounded film.
Yeah,
if
they
were
could
to
have
happen.
added like 10, 15 minutes to the movie.
Yeah, and
They
just
could've
made
it much better.
made those darker moments like let them breathe as a dark part of this movie. You know, instead of making everything into a joke, I think it just would have made it that much better of a film.
Yeah.
But in all, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie, and it was fun.
I will say
but
that.
I'm just saying that.
It
that's
scared
just
the
all I
shit
know.
out of me.
See, but that
It is
that-
like black teeth.
yeah, and that's what I was
you
thinking.
need to use that more. You have
Yes.
Christian Bale
Yeah.
in a Marvel
Yes.
movie, and you're
Yeah.
just leaving his shit on the cutting room floor, and like
True.
he has such a range, and is just so talented that I would have rather seen more Hemsworth shit on the floor, bro. Honestly, because like he'll be back if they need
I
him,
would
but
have
like
rather
Christian
seen more
Bale
of
will
those
never.
fucking goats on the floor.
No, those goats were
Yeah, fuck those goats.
I love those goats.
They were great, but I just feel
They
like
overused
they're
it,
like
though.
They
one
did
too
overuse
many
them.
They
times.
Yeah, they overused
They
it.
needed to be like 2 scenes and that was it.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go more
So
Christian.
I'm like, man, these fucking goats. Like,
yeah.
Those are great though.
They
Those
were
are
great.
It,
They were
it
great.
was overused.
I think
though.
it was the last one that I was like, oh god, they
All
brought
right.
the goats again.
I'm done. We've used all our goats up.
Yeah. Anyways,
many
moving
goats.
So yeah, him coming out of retirement and coming back to Disney, they must have hit him off with a crazy
on. Oh, he
ass
had
fucking
to
offer.
cut him
Oh,
back.
he got mad, bro.
Yeah.
You
making
kidding
buku
me?
books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
easy.
most importantly, I think that this is a bonus for us, as Marvel fans, and it doesn't surprise me at all that this comes on the heels of, James Gunn taking over DC,
They're like, oh,
what they're
shit.
going to be doing. I don't think they're worried about it in that sense where they're like, oh shit, because the MCU has its fans, right? There are a lot of people complaining, but you know what? They're showing up at the fucking theater.
Mm-hmm.
They show up at the theater and then they complain, which
and
is
then they
the
complain.
most important part.
Right.
They're showing up.
They're showing up.
And they're still creating buzz.
And they're still creating buzz. However, they're I think that this is just them taking note of, listen, we have a good thing going. People are starting to talk negatively about what we have out here, even though we're filling it out. We need to make a change, and we need to just take a backtrack, back step. So even if he's coming in to navigate or to make sure that things go to plan, and possibly bring in a successor that is more in line with his plan. I think that this is just a good thought.
I definitely get the film studio side of things that you're pulling in. I also think on the park side of things, there's been a lot of fuck ups, which is really weird because Bob Chapek was the president of parks before and entertainment, which I think also covered the movie studios. And he did a poor job on both of those. The park system, I don't know if you know this or keep up in Disney culture at all, but ever since the fucking pandemic, you have to have a reservation to go to a Disney park. So you could buy tickets. You can buy your tickets to Disney, show up, and they'd be like, do you have a reservation for today? No, you can't come inside.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
That's nutty.
Isn't that fucking wild?
That's fucking insane, bro.
You could have a 5-day park hopper pass that you paid $1,000 a person to go to, and they'd be like, "Nah, you can't come in here. Sign up for on top of fucking flying all the way to Orlando, Florida."
Somebody's refunding me my motherfucking money.
Yeah,
That's all I got to say. Yo.
Or they'll be, those park hopper passes are no expiration date, so just come back another
Do you remember
time.
John Candy freaking out
Yeah,
at
pay
the
for
end
another
of
$1,000 flight.
Exactly.
John Candy freaking out at the end of Vacation?
Yeah.
That would be me if I showed up at that park and they're like, "Do you have reservations?" I'd be like, "Oh, do you have a will prepared? Because I'm gonna fucking
I just
kill
brought
you.
my entire family here,
Bro."
To be at
Especially
your
if you drove there with the family.
Oh my God, bro.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say it seems, more like not an oh shit moment with Bob Iger coming back, but more like a chess piece moment.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that
And not a checkmate yet.
Yeah.
But just all right.
Oh yeah.
It's
for sure.
It's definitely
Let me pull out the big motherfucking queen and show you how we run this shit.
Yeah.
It's definitely something where I think that this is a big plus for what's to come back at Disney. And even if he's like I said, even if he's here for
Even if he's just riding the ship or something.
Yeah.
But what's crazy too is they just re-signed this dude to a 3-year deal. So he's gonna get
Chapek dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
he's gonna
at the
bank.
beginning of the
They're-
summer. So
they're-
he's gonna come out on top.
He's
He's still gonna
A-okay
get
with
paid.
this. Yep.
And then fucking Bob Iger comes in and takes another fucking bankroll.
yeah.
It's good to be wealthy.
They got the money to
Iger's
do
very
it.
good too.
All right, so moving on a little bit more sadder news for us movie goers. But one of our favorite actors, Gary Oldman, has decided that he is going to be retiring from acting.
Is he giving us one more movie, or is he just like, "Hey, I'm done now"?
He's let me see what he has lined up. I'm sure he probably has a couple
I could have
things
sworn,
lined up.
unless they've already filmed it and he's decided after. But I could have sworn that Slow Horses had a season 2 on Apple TV.
Slow Horses
Yeah.
does, yeah.
So
I feel like
maybe they've already filmed
though.
it.
Like it's coming
Okay.
soon.
I want to say,
feel like
it's dropping soon. very
Okay.
soon,
I saw
yeah.
trailers for
Oh,
it.
okay,
or
okay,
some
okay.
Yeah.
rumblings
I
about it. Yeah.
Absolutely enjoyed that show. I don't know if
That-
you've seen it, but it's
I haven't,
No.
but I will
a very
say,
great show.
I remember you
and I
telling
don't
us.
care. Gary Oldman's one of the greats.
He is
Yeah,
one of the greats.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is a sad day.
Supremely
Yeah.
talented.
Churchill, him as Churchill. I remember watching that not too long ago, and I don't know Churchill, but I felt like I was watching Churchill. Like he was so good. I heard he smoked like $50,000 worth of cigars while filming Churchill to get
That's
into
awesome.
character. That's crazy. My man got nicotine poison.
I'm seeing that he definitely filmed a bunch of shit for Slow Horses.
Okay.
But the only things that he has coming up are 2 video games. One announced, one is currently filming, and post-production for Oppenheimer. And that's it, man.
He was in Oppenheimer?
Oh,
He's in Oppenheimer. He plays Harry S. Truman.
He's Truman in Oppenheimer, bro?
Oh my God, he's such
The
a
goat.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, this dude. Just
For those of you who
golden
don't,
dick, dude.
for those of you who don't know, Oppenheimer is the next Christopher Nolan film to
with
be
a
released
star-studded cast.
I thought that was coming out this December.
in 2023.
I thought that was coming out
for
December
like
for some reason.
October of 2023. When's it coming out?
Was that Cillian Murphy?
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
It's actually Killian with a hard K. I know. I said Cillian for a long time, and this show actually corrected me. And my watching of Peaky Blinders.
Well, just
also
by this
corrected
show,
me.
they
I
made
also
me.
know
Killian.
Peaky Blinders very well.
Just
but-
so you know, Oppenheimer is the cast is Florence
Listen to
Pugh,
this.
Emily Blunt, Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Gary Oldman as
David
Harry S.
Krumholtz.
Truman. Yes, so many fucking people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Quaid. I love Jack
Fuck.
Quaid.
They're like, get every
Josh-
badass
Josh
motherfucker
fucking
in this
Hartnett.
joint.
Josh Hartnett, Rami Malek.
Josh Hartnett?
Yeah.
What the fuck has he been doing?
Yeah. Rami
Waiting
Malek.
for Chris Nolan
so
to
many
call him.
people. So
Same.
many people.
Same.
So this movie is gonna fuck. So fucking hard. Yeah, so hard.
Yeah.
Twitter's
but-
going to block it. Restrict its account. That's how hard it's going to
It's
fuck.
gonna fuck so,
So
hard.
far-
Instagram's gonna ban it.
So far, at least from what's on IMDb, this seems like Oppenheimer is going to be his last film, other than these 2 video games
Yeah.
that he's
I mean,
lending
damn, go
his
out with a
voice to.
bang.
Yeah.
Go out with a Nolan flick, bro.
And it looks like this video game, both of the games are connected. Star Citizen and Squadron 42.
Oh, it's like a series or something.
I've never
Yeah,
heard of
because
those.
he's
Those
playing
gotta
the
be
same.
tight.
He's playing the same the same character in those, Admiral Ernst Bishop.
Those are
Damn.
PC games.
Yep. So,
I don't have a
but
PC
Oppenheimer,
gaming
if that's his
rig.
fuck, that's Gary Oldman's last. What a movie to go out on.
Oh, that
Fuck.
shit looks sick.
Remember the video game your boy was in?
Yeah.
It never dropped, right?
Yo, this game got Gary Oldman, Mark Hamill, Gillian Anderson, Liam Cunningham, Andy Serkis, and Rona Mitra.
Jesus
What the fuck? What game is this?
Squadron 42.
This shit is wild.
It's not even on the radar.
No, I do remember that. Yeah, my
Do
boy
you?
was in he was he was a Marine, and I still have the trailer for that game too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He was a Marine, and they were going to. This company ended up becoming Take-Two, who now owns Rockstar and all this shit. But they were like a small studio at the time, and he was one of the first soldiers that entered Fallujah, like before the U.S. had like declared war, or like we never declared war in Iraq, but before they went on the news and said, hey, we entered Iraq and we're like actually bombing and shit, they were already on the ground inside. And so he was like part of a squad of like, I don't know, 15 or 20 guys or some shit. And they ended up asking them like, do you guys want to be a part of this? Like this company or whatever wanted to like interview soldiers and have like a real life experience and whatnot. And he was like, of them, the only one that was an actual gamer. So they like really attached onto him. It was like maybe him and like 1 or 2 other guys that were like gamers, and they attached onto him. He ended up being like the face of the game. Like they're literally like
The main character
He was
looks
the
like
main
him.
character of the game.
That's so cool.
I don't think the game ever came out though. Like they ended
Oh.
up getting under this like huge controversy because there was like the parents of the soldiers that, because it was, I think
In
the
that
name
operation.
the name of the game was literally called like First to Fight Operation Fallujah or something like that.
Damn.
And yeah, so they ended up, I think they ended up pulling the game, or maybe at some point they released it, but it was like PC only or something like that. But it never hit the high mark that it was supposed to, because it was literally based on these Marines encounters of what exactly happened while they were over there. But yeah, no,
can
like the
see how that'd
parents
be
of the
muddy.
people that died were like, how are you going to fucking make a video game out of this?
Right.
So yeah, it didn't
I
work
get
out.
that,
But
too.
I did get to see my boy as a video game character.
That was very cool.
in
Felt
a-
like
in
your
a
boy?
trailer.
I remember you had put your we don't have to say his name, but you had an artist at the time. You would put a song in there
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. It was like a whole
Yeah,
thing.
it was like this dude that I was managing that was a rapper. Like I got his music into the
Yeah,
into
it
the
was a whole
trailer
thing.
and shit.
Damn.
And yeah, it was a pretty cool, dope connection. But anyways,
yeah, and the Squadron 42 looks like it's going to be releasing for Windows. So it's not even.
it's
It's
a
just a
PC game.
PC only.
It's a PC only, and it looks like it will be ready by 2027.
holy shit!
Okay, cool. Let me fucking take that day off when it comes out.
Just mark that off my
outta here.
calendar.
This is like one of those big.
It says it's raised more than $500 million,
Leave it on the shelf
and
at
it's
this point.
it's been in development since 2010.
Jesus Christ!
Does that
2020.
typically take that long to make
No,
a video game?
no,
Okay.
No, that is
I was like,
not.
I mean, I play like The Sims and
wild
Mario
shit.
Party 2 on the Nintendo 64. And
They've
that's
been in
about all I know.
development since 1972. And then they dropped and it was fire, wasn't it? It's
Yeah,
worth the
so-
wait.
Damn, Ben Mendelsohn too is in this game.
Somebody,
John Rhys Davies. My God, there's so many fucking
Jonathan
actors.
Rhys Davis, really?
Yeah.
but just to reel it back in,
Oh, I'm thinking of Jonathan
honestly,
Rhys Myers.
honestly, if Oppenheimer is the last time we see Gary Oldman,
Yeah.
I'm definitely,
Yeah.
definitely gonna be watching that.
Can't
if,
be
if
mad
there wasn't
at him,
more,
right?
if there wasn't more of a reason to go watch Oppenheimer, I was sold that the fact that it's Cillian Murphy and Chris Nolan again.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
Right. That
What
cast
else is there
crazy.
to say? Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Killian.
Cillian Murphy is in like my top 3 like would fuck celebrities.
Same.
Like I would have to go see him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, that's very
Whoever
fair.
sits
That's absolutely fair.
Whoever's next to her
I
in
get
the
it.
theater when she watches it is woo.
Make sure
Yeah.
you
Gotta get
catch
a
her when
show.
she's sliding out of her seat. Make sure you grab her real quick.
Slipping right up.
Don't let me fall.
Don't let me fall.
The floor is sticky.
She's stuck in her seat. Someone has to come pull her out after the movie. It dries up.
No, he's definitely in my top 3 like British dudes for sure.
Oh, they're gonna say top 3 dudes you want. I was like, oh, word? Okay. I mean, what? No.
Oh man, it's like, bro, you don't have to.
Get him in there on that trizzy, Johnny. I wouldn't be mad at it.
We're not judging you, bro. It's the eyes, right? It was the eyes.
Yeah.
They're
That's
so
what- that's
blue.
what did it.
They're so blue.
They're so blue. It's
Impossibly
And they
blue.
got a darkness
They're
to them.
impossibly blue eyes.
They're impossibly
Unnatural.
blue and they have a darkness to them.
It's
They
crazy.
do. They do.
Crazy.
And I like that.
Whoa. Sliding out of my seat, guys. Oh, back up. We're good. We're good. Watch yourself. Right.
That's his anal leakage, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Munchos. I've been eating too many munchos. That was the thing, right? Anal leakage from munchos. Disgusting. It was disgusting.
I don't know. But
Google
I'm
that.
never
Google
gonna
that,
eat
guys. If you're listening, munchos caused anal leakage.
Is that why that was happening?
Yes, that was why you couldn't
to
pay
love
attention and said,
munchos.
I know.
Jeez.
I get it. They were so good and crunchy.
Wait, what? Is this real?
No wonder that shit is. I hadn't noticed that
Yeah,
they were
gone, son. They
that
dropped
they're-
off real
I
quick.
forgot about munchos, man.
I've never even heard of munchos.
Munchos,
But I'm cracking up at
they were-
munchos and anal leakage.
They were a potato chip that were cooked in this specific oil that was known to cause anal leakage. And there was a
Munchos
whole-
used to place this warning on the bag. This product may cause anal leakage.
No!
That's facts.
What the fuck, munchos?
Munchos, they were so bomb.
Yo, munchos are fire.
Munchos were
Munchos
fire.
are fire.
And your ass
I
thought
like
they were
Munchos.
fire. I know.
Fuck,
I
man.
know.
I could have been making money, man. That definitely happened. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Oh,
If you suffered from anal leakage while
Right.
snacking on munchos, you may be entitled
Or if you
to
lived at
financial
Camp
compensation.
Lejeune and ate munchos,
Nah,
you
they were
were in
covered.
it
deep
used to
shit.
be made with Olestra.
Olestra, that's what it was, bro. Pissing out of your ass for years.
Years.
That explains
Decades.
a lot.
That's crazy.
I
'cause they
really
were so
fucked with
dry.
munchos.
Explains a lot.
hard.
My ass was
What do they
so
look
good.
like?
Mad
What do they look
juicy.
like?
It was mad juicy when I was eating
They
munchos.
look like this.
Yeah. There's a bag like that. Munchos.
I've seen those.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever had them.
They taste.
Thank
they're
God
like air,
for that.
They're very like airy chips.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
they're
Okay.
airy
I
already.
ain't trying to leak gas everywhere, so.
No.
Nah.
You can't even
no one
control it.
told
It
me
just
this.
pours out. You can't even clinch it. There's nothing you can do.
No one
wow.
told me this when I was
One study
younger.
found up to 9% of customers experience anal oil leakage.
That's like 1 in 10 people that eat a
Anal
bag of
oil
a
lunch.
lot of
leakage.
people.
That's
Yeah.
why.
That's a
Why
lot
does that
of
sound
people.
worse?
Isn't that like 9 in 10?
That's pretty close.
Or am I bad at math?
Wait, but
9%.
9%. So
yes,
like
yeah.
10. Yeah.
Okay.
1 in
Yes.
10
Wait,
people.
okay.
Almost.
1 in
It's
10.
Just about, yeah.
That's still more than
That's more leaky asses than we want out there, right?
There should be much more than 1 in every
Yes.
10 people.
Tighten your ass.
Yeah.
Quit eating the munchos.
Imagine if 1 in 10 people that ate Doritos shot oil out of their ass uncontrollably.
Just leaked orange shit out of their.
You can't control it. You're sitting there, you're like, whoa, what's going on right now?
Christ. All right, on to better news.
Good munchos.
Shit, fuck.
Fuck.
Shut up, munchos.
Yes.
Who made
Shit,
munchos? Was that Frito-Lay? What's up?
It was, yeah.
Fucking up. Olestro.
So they're cooking the munchos. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So Quentin Tarantino, we all know that he has his plans for a 10th movie to be his final movie, and we are now 1 movie away from that happening. So whenever we receive
Right there.
that 10th movie, that is going to be his final movie,
Bullshit.
and he will no longer direct that. However, I just listened to a podcast he said that he hasn't even thought about what that 10th movie is going to be. He's not even close to writing it. He's not at that point. However, what he did expose is that he has written a 10-episode limited TV series, which he is directing all 8 episodes of that series. And he will be releasing that at some point.
8-episode series.
An 8
episode
episode
series,
limited TV series that he has written and he will direct himself.
That sounds fire.
So that's breaking news that
That's
we
like
are at least
eight little mini Tarantino movies that we're
Yeah.
gonna get, right?
One
Like that's
long
how
Tarantino
I'm
movie, yeah.
looking at it.
one Tarantino movie broken into 8 episodes.
And anything to push that
That'd be
last
fire.
movie off
Yeah.
is good news.
Yep.
I mean, he's writing books, he's doing his thing.
He's a little bit everywhere right now, promoting his latest book, which is Cinema Speculations.
which I gotta read still.
I have to read that.
need
Yeah,
to-
so this book is he explained that it started off as just being like a kind of like a review of specific movies and whatnot, and then it turned into a little bit of his autobiography and it turned into like more of his autobiography in the form of cinema in some way or form.
It's like the Tarantino biography told through the history of cinema in a way, if that makes sense, which it kind of does, but also it sounds fucking weird.
It
Yeah,
sounds
but
pretentious,
I
but,
need
like,
to-
Yes, but
like
that's
perfectly
Tarantino. That's Tarantino in a nutshell. Yes,
Right.
yes.
So I'm
Skilled but
I wanna-
pretentious.
Yes.
I wanna read this book. I wanna
Same.
or at least listen to it because I'm a big audiobook person. But
I read the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood novel
Mm-hmm.
when it came out, just because I'll eat up anything that Tarantino puts out.
Yep.
And even having seen the movie, like the book was out of order.
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as like the movie structure goes, like the first third of the book, you got like the end scene of the movie, like that finale, and you're like, whoa, where the fuck does it go from here? Like they just said the end of the movie in the 3rd chapter, and it's still he still managed to make it readable. Like I was still like, fuck, I need to keep reading this, even though I kind of know what happens. Like, I mean, his writing skills, just like his dialogue and his movie writing, like it's still on point.
Yeah.
It's great.
yeah, so I definitely have to read this. And he plans on obviously multiple books and whatnot, and I think he's still going to be releasing content. But once he makes that 10th movie, that is going to be the final film that he does.
Allegedly. Out of his mouth.
Right.
Because
I mean, he says a lot of things. Like he says he's going to do this, he says he's going to do that, and
the
he doesn't.
thing with like
or,
really creative people like that, like they might need a really long break. He might say he's done because he might feel like he's done right now.
Absolutely.
I think his reasoning for it isn't that he feels like he's done. It's more so that he feels like he wants to quit at a point where people are still wanting more, where people aren't thinking like, man, this guy has, because if he keeps producing films, he says eventually you're going to get to a point where it's going to be like, man, this dude really fell off. Like, he's old, he's disconnected, he's blah, blah, blah. He wants to leave at a point where people still want more and people feel like, like, damn, like, like he's at a high point. Rather than continue going and then at some point deteriorate and people aren't feeling what he's putting out anymore.
He wants to go out on top.
I've heard him say multiple times that directing is a young man's game. And he that's a direct quote from him that I've heard on multiple interviews. But I don't think that's the case. Like, how many movies have we seen? Like, let's Scorsese, when he directed Goodfellas, like, how old was he? Like,
Sure.
Directing, storytelling, directing actors, like, age aside, like, if you have the gift for it, you have the gift regardless.
Sure.
So, like, that makes me sad that he thinks that's like this finite age or something that you reach where you're like, I've done it all. I don't have nobody wants to hear me tell this story.
Does he direct stuff that he hasn't written? Or is he?
He did. Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown was written by another author. That was not his original material. Okay. And he has done that. It's not frequent. Like, maybe a couple times he's done stuff that's not stuff that he's written.
Do those movies count for his?
I do.
10?
I count Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is one of his. I think anything that he directs, whether he wrote it or not, I feel like counts as part of his 10. But yeah, even stuff. So like. True Romance. You know the movie True Romance with Christian Slater? That was a Tarantino script. He wrote every word of that movie,
but
he did not direct it. No, he was either going to direct that or he's going to direct Reservoir Dogs. He gave that to Tony Scott, I think it was, and he directed Reservoir Dogs. So like, but watching that movie, True Romance, you can feel the Tarantino in that. Like, if you, even if you didn't know that, if you go back and watch it, you're like, oh shit, yeah, like I can see it now. And he considers that still one of his babies, basically. Like, even though he didn't direct it, but he can direct material that is not his. Yeah. But obviously it doesn't hit the same as a Tarantino original.
Yeah, because he's also directed one of the Grindhouse movies.
He wrote his Grindhouse stuff though.
Yeah, but he still directed it. That's not listed as his 9.
Oh, he doesn't count that?
He doesn't count that as his 9.
Because it was with Robert Rodriguez?
Because it was a separate thing from his own movies.
Okay.
So the ones that he count, because he also had My Best Friend's Birthday, 1987
Yeah,
film
that was like a college.
So his 9 films are Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2. He was even a guest director in Sin City. He doesn't count that.
He did.
Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Wait, that's 10.
No, that's 9.
Was that 9?
I just named 9.
I don't know.
If you counted Sin City,
maybe I counted. Sin City.
I was saying that he was a special guest director on that. And
I might have put a finger up for Sin City. Yeah.
Right. But those were the main ones, and he did direct. Actually, he directed. He's listed as director for both Death Proof and Grindhouse Death Proof. Yeah, that's the same shit.
Because Death Proof got released by itself, even though it was part of like the Grindhouse double feature. Like I feel like it's its own DVD that got pushed out if you want to watch it.
The whole bloody affair.
They released the DVD as one movie. They didn't cut it up in between and have that whole.
He's still listed as that, but obviously that doesn't count. But a lot of people speculate that the last film is going to be Kill Bill Volume 3.
I don't think that's.
Which I don't think that's going to be it. But it'd
be dope. I wouldn't be mad at it.
An episode of ER. It's so weird.
It did.
Where they say that in Kill Bill Volume 3 is supposed to be where the daughter.
Yeah, comes back from vengeance.
Yeah, comes back from vengeance. Yeah, and her daughter's at that age.
Especially now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her daughter, her actual daughter, who was made recently famous in Stranger Things. Uma Thurman's daughter.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman's daughter is who?
She is the
Maya Hawke.
Maya Hawke.
Oh,
She is
yes.
Really? That's Uma
Yes.
Thurman's daughter?
yeah. That's with,
Ethan
with
Hawke
Ethan
and
Hawke.
yeah,
Uma Thurman.
Maya Hawke.
I didn't know Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman were an item.
Are you
at any
shitting
point
me
in
right
time.
now?
Yeah,
You didn't like fuck.
That's
Just kidding.
clapping mad cheeks. Come on.
she looks just like her mother now that you know it. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
She looks
So,
like Ethan
yeah.
Hawke too.
She looks like both. Yeah, I mean
she
that's
looks like
the thing.
both of them.
It still blows my mind. What's his name? Quaid from The Boys.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid looks exactly like Meg Ryan
And Dennis Quaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he is the spitting image the second that you.
At least he
see
doesn't
them.
look like Randy Quaid.
The one that blew my the one that blew my mind was who the fuck was it? Outer Range. I told y'all about Outer Range.
Yes.
Outer Range is there's an actor in there that I saw this movie or I saw this show and had no fucking thought of it, and I've seen him in a couple of things. I think he was in the most recent what's the Tom Cruise
Mission
Top
Impossible.
Gun
Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick. Yeah. Bill Pullman's son. His name is Louis Pullman. So we're at the age now where
Who
these
is that?
these actors are their sons, their kids are now
Who was he in?
I'll try
Maverick?
to who was he in Maverick? Top Gun Maverick, he was that's his picture.
The nerdy
Like, he was-
navigator.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yep,
I remember
Bob.
reading about that.
Robert
Bob.
Floyd.
Yeah, he was Bob.
Robert
Bob.
Bob Floyd. So
was such a
but
good-
I
And that
but
was
I
his
remember
call
him
sign.
from
Maverick
Outer
fucked.
Range.
Yeah, Maverick.
He had he's one of the sons in that. He has a main role in that.
Interesting.
In that, and when I saw him being
Bill
interviewed,
Pullman's son.
yeah, about Bill Pullman and like the movies he's been in, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like it's crazy. We're at that age. We're seeing their kids like come out in movies.
So
and
we
I'm
old.
like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, we
John David Washington.
That photo I sent you the other day with David Tennant and his son.
Yeah,
like a
from
sign.
House of Dragons.
He was
Yep, from House of Dragons.
Oh,
he had,
yeah.
he had a sign behind
yeah.
him, and he was like,
Yes.
"He's not that important."
Yep.
That'd be so awesome. Like I
Yeah.
don't even care if he's like, because I feel like they were fucking around in that picture.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was putting
Oh,
on
for
like
sure.
a thing
for sure.
face. Like that's your dad back there. You're
Yeah,
gonna fuck
yeah.
with him. That's so tight. That whole thing was awesome. And
Yeah.
David Tennant is the fucking man.
Yeah, he is.
He is. Another Marvel alumni too.
Yeah.
because he was in. He was the
Oh,
bad
yeah.
Jessica
guy in
Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica
That's right.
James.
That was such a good show.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first season. Second season, I
Yes.
can't remember.
Was it so great?
Yes, I love the first season. So entertaining.
First season.
I
was
like
good.
the first season.
Yeah.
I definitely
I
didn't
don't
watch
know
the
if I
second.
also remember the second season.
Yeah. That's
fair.
But the
That's
first season, bomb.
Yeah.
From a chick perspective, I get it.
I will die until.
This guy is
Motherfucker.
misogynist.
I'm sorry. I had a hard time
love
getting
it.
into Jessica Jones.
That's a valid opinion.
I love
That's-
Dave.
that's Dave.
Take all the heat. This episode.
That's a
Okay, you bring it. Just give me the
that's
heat.
a
Give me the
valid
smoke.
opinion for a lady.
Right.
Well, little miss. Well,
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was one of the better Marvel shows, like that and Daredevil.
Oh, okay, now you're tripping.
All right.
No, Daredevil was really good. Jessica Jones was really good.
No, I would agree with Jessica. Daredevil was amazing. Daredevil was amazing. The Punisher was amazing. Jessica Jones was good. The first season of Luke Cage was it was watchable.
It was
I fell
alright.
asleep through every one of those Netflix
Yeah.
shows.
I did too.
All of
give me Daredevil and Punisher, and I'm good.
them.
My only thing with Jessica Jones is the fact that it was like because she's a private eye and she had to like sneak around. It was slow. It was pretty slow.
It was
when
a
it
little
came to
slow.
that, but it was but it wasn't bad. It was good.
It was also like 30 episodes.
That's true. It was a lot.
Was it?
Nah, it was like 12.
It was 12.
I was like, I
it was
don't
12
remember
or
that.
14 or something.
Yeah, these guys fall asleep if or they get bored with shows. If
I think it was
it's more
14
than,
episodes.
Oh, see, I like bacon into the into the story.
I mean, you said you like Supernatural. That's like 24
Yeah,
episodes
exactly.
a season.
And 80
15
seasons of
Yes,
Supernatural.
exactly.
I'm on season 15 again.
Right. So many fucking
Rewatching
episodes.
Supernatural. That's awesome.
Jensen Ackles.
That's commitment.
Jensen Ackles. You and your Jensen Ackles love.
It's her.
And
Jensen Ackles.
You're the only one who's
He's a fine piece of ass.
Amen.
I remember hearing that he was going to be in The Boys. I'm like, oh, Jensen Ackles is great at playing Jensen Ackles.
No, I was
Brandon
talking
playing
about
Soldier
his boy's
Boy.
appearance.
Soldier Boy. As long as you make Soldier Boy Jensen Ackles,
Right.
you good.
You good?
He
good.
He
He
did
killed
great.
it. He
He
killed
did
it.
He killed it.
He did kill it.
That was my man.
All right, so we're coming up short on time because tangents. But
Damn it, Ray.
it's all Ray. It's
It's
her
all these
fault.
damn
yapper.
ladies' opinions.
My yapper. Gotta let these ladies get their fill in, guys. Come on.
I got shit to say, okay?
Oh man, no, but since we're talking about Marvel, Blade, if we've heard it going back and forth, it lost its director. It doesn't know what's going on now. Mahershala Ali was getting frustrated. Blah blah blah. So finally, Blade finds its new director in Yan Dimanche. I don't. Is that
That's as close as I've been in my head. when I say it.
He is actually the director of Lovecraft Country, which
You fucked with hard on HBO. You and Johnny too, both of y'all.
Lovecraft
Yes.
Country
That's why I
was
sent
still
it as
haven't
soon
seen
as
it?
I saw that shit. I was like, yo, I gotta send this to the boys.
You still haven't
Lovecraft
seen it?
Country
Boys.
is a dope.
I never watched
Oh, bro, you gotta watch that.
It got canceled after like a season.
So
didn't
It
it?
doesn't
what?
matter.
That
That's-
season?
Was there
it's a
closure
stand-
to it?
Yeah.
Was there? Okay.
Yeah, there was a.
So
can
it's
be
not
a
like
standalone.
Deadwood where it's like,
It
what
was.
the fuck?
It didn't get canceled. What happened was the same thing that happened with Watchmen, where they got to the end and they felt like it was complete enough where they dropped it, or they can continue and give it to somebody else.
You know how I felt
they
about
wanted
that
to.
Watchmen ending, though.
Yeah, but
You want
now
me to-
you're going into it thinking like, okay, this is all I get is the
So
one
I'm ready to be disappointed.
is the
now.
one season.
Okay.
Yeah, but that
It's not
season was dope.
disappointment. You just treat it like a miniseries.
Yeah, it's a miniseries.
I
You
hate
know you're going
miniseries.
in.
I also did not watch it because of the only one season.
See, we like
I
closure.
recommend.
There
and-
is closure. Like
Is there,
it ends.
though?
There is. But it's like any movie where they leave it open.
Does she
just in
walk on the
case.
water? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that was Watchmen reference for you Watchmen listeners.
We all love what's his name? Why can't I think of his name
Yaya?
right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
Lovecraft.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
This
had a
is-
hard
this is
time
where he
reminding
got-
Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, remembering his name. Yes, correct.
He's great in Lovecraft.
Yahya Abdul Mateen.
That's
what I thought
Lovecraft
you were
Country, I think, is probably one of the illest shows.
And I
Of all time?
All right, guys,
No,
I gotta go. I'm
of
gonna
the
watch
last.
this.
Don't.
I'll say the last 10 years.
One of the dopest shows
One of
in
the
the last
dopest
10
lows
years.
in the last 10 years.
it was a great show.
Shit.
For
It's
being
wild.
only one season, especially, I mean, it hit all the notes. It hit the horror horror-ish
Racism
slash
shit.
genre,
Oh, love
the
me some
racism, emotions, the love story emotions, family. Like it was
He's
such
gonna
a
watch
great
it
up and down.
just to purposely hate it and
Yes.
shit on you guys.
Oh, 100%.
No, because
I know.
it gets
I
into
don't
the
go out of my way to
sci-fi.
watch garbage.
It gets into the way it gets into the sci-fi aspect. In the very first episode, the strong feelings of like you wonder like why the fuck is this like. I hear this is about sci-fi, but the very first episode is literally them. They're in the 1950s, and they go through something, and they have to, they're looking for someone, and he decides to go on a cross-country road trip, and he brings a few people along, and like certain things, like you remember when we watched Watchmen, and it let us know about the fucking
The Tulsa riots.
the Tulsa
Tulsa,
riots
yeah.
and
Tulsa
everything like that.
massacre, yeah.
Same. That's the same feeling that I got as they're traveling, and
You're just
we-
learning about history.
and
Like,
we learn
what
about
the
like
fuck?
how you
That's
can't
really
Big
happened?
learner.
how black folks couldn't go through certain states after a certain period, like after a certain time of day, and things like that, and like as you're
What? So
going
yes,
through this. And like you feel that.
I feel like I knew the
holy shit.
Sundown County thing.
Yeah, but to
But what I
experience-
didn't know was that shit happened in Ohio. Like not in the deep south,
Damn.
but like
The Northeast
the
and
north,
almost
Rust Belt
Midwest-ish.
is still like just as racist as Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
like I was like, holy shit! Like I assumed, you know, I got a house in the sticks. People fly their
Trump flags.
their
and shit,
Trump flags and their Confederate flags still to this day. But at the same time, like, you're just like, oh, that's just like one person out of a few. But you don't really, I don't know, for me at least, you just assume that a lot of that 50s racism shit was more beneath the Mason-Dixon line.
We like to think
but
that.
seeing that shit happen, and like, the dude's trip was from Chicago to Massachusetts.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
all
So
the
it's all
racism
Northeast.
that
It's
he's
all-
going
yeah.
through the Northeast
Yeah.
is just wild.
Yep. I mean, Pennsylvania, Virginia.
Yeah.
They all had some fucked up shit going on back
And that's
then.
my
Facts.
point. So like that's why I'm saying, like, if you've never checked out if you've never seen Lovecraft Country, it's definitely a dope show. There's a little bit of everything in there, and it gives you that sense. And after watching that and seeing that this is the dude that is directing the
next
new
Blade, yeah.
Blade,
That'll be lit.
yo, I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And you will not feel exactly the same way as I do, you know, unless you know what this person has already accomplished
Right.
in just that in that one season. I want more, but like you said,
I would have absolutely loved another season of it. But
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm
You
watching
guys,
that
you guys
ASAP.
were
Either
bummed.
way.
You
Yeah,
guys
you
were
gotta
bummed
watch
when
that.
that
Yeah.
guy
I would put it
passed.
at,
it was good.
at
It
a
was
high
good.
point of the list.
yeah.
So that was good, and I think the only major thing also that I wanted to point out right now is Constantine 2. We saw that they are moving forward with Keanu Reeves directly as a sequel to the first movie.
Nice.
many years ago. And one of the things that I am excited about is the fact that it's come to the surface that the director is currently fighting for a hard R rating on this sequel.
Yeah, baby.
And because he said that is one of his biggest regrets, is that he didn't fight for that hard R in the original movie. And even though it didn't get that hard R, that movie's still fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he gets that hard R in
I
this
can't
one,
imagine it with a hard R. Yeah.
you know,
I'll take
this
it.
is
So same
rough.
director. I didn't
Same
realize
director,
it was
yes.
the same
Yep.
director.
Same
I
director.
didn't know it was the same director.
Yeah,
either.
same director,
Same
same
director.
director.
Keanu. Any Shia news? Do we know? Is he-
No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. No.
Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, I thought he died in that.
Dave's
Didn't
Did
he
he
die?
die? I don't remember.
I believe he died in
I
that.
don't think he died in that.
I thought
the
he died
Shia
in that.
connection?
Let's pretend he didn't.
No, because Shia was in that.
I know.
Yeah.
No, and I'm saying Dave's always trying to find the Shia connection.
I want to
Is
say
Shia gonna be in this?
because I've seen it in the last year, and I want to say Shia dies in that movie.
I feel like he came close, but Constantine saved him.
No.
I feel like he didn't.
Nope.
I feel like he didn't
Nope.
die.
Nope.
Shia can't die.
Nope. Nope.
He had Lizzie McGuire to film.
I think Dave was watching that scene and was like, he made it. He made it.
Can't believe it. Didn't happen.
He lived. I know it. I don't care
he's
what
an
the
angel.
I
movie
see him
says.
breathing.
His chest was moving there. I saw it for a second. Shia's good.
He's an angel. He's an angel now.
Yeah, that would work. It's fucking Constantine. He
Oh
could be a
shit! It
spirit.
says he's in pre-production for it.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
Suck
just
a
fucking
dick.
with you. I'm fucking with you.
No, you're not fucking
no,
with
he
me. I
is
see
not.
it right there.
No, he is
Pre-production.
not.
I
Fake
see it
news.
on the screen.
Yeah, for After Exile.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Shia's got too much stuff going on. He can't come back.
No, he
Exactly.
can't.
He's doing Indiana Jones.
That's right. That's right.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
They'd rather have fucking what's his face just with computer generated de-aging on a Harrison Ford. They're like, we'll give you a fake ass young Harrison Ford, but not Shia because
Not
fuck
Shia.
him.
Not Shia. Quick. All right. Very last thing here. Also, David Zaslav came out and he promised that there is going to be a unified future for DC. Quote unquote. There's not going to be 4 Batmans.
Just
in
3.
the DC future. So, I'm Batman.
What does this mean for Robert Pattinson?
I miss my parents.
Is he out of a job?
But that's the question: does the future involve his Batman? I know that there are a few.
Is he going to be the Batman? Is that what you're saying?
We talked about how the rumor is that Ben Affleck signed on for 3 other movies, but that could be reprising his role in other movies that are wrapping up that world.
Remember, he's just clapping J-Lo cheeks. He has nothing else to do.
That's it. Yeah.
So
And
if a Batman rolled,
He did just start.
good for him.
He started a new production company with Matt Damon this week.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah.
I love those two.
Yeah,
They're
great.
good. They're good combo.
Yeah, they are a good combo.
Yeah.
I mean, they started off together.
Yeah.
Dope that they.
No, they're homies. That's OGs right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Respect.
And we know that they were tightening shit up at DC. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't think that all of that was gonna continue on the way that it was. But they're definitely wrapping some things up. I just don't know at this point, just like no one else knows, whether that means that they are moving forward with Ben Affleck Batman, which I don't see that happening, honestly, because they want to move away from all of the shit that leaves a fucking bad taste in anyone's mouths. But they want to wrap that shit up if they actually do want to release the Flash. But I think
They still got the Flash to worry about, bro.
yeah,
Fuck.
I mean,
They're gonna start this new universe, but still, we're gonna drop the Flash real quick to take your bread. But then we're gonna switch it up after that.
Yeah, they're gonna switch
Fuck
it
all
up.
these dudes.
I think we have a better chance at Batman Beyond.
Oh,
So
for
holding on
sure,
to that.
100%.
Because they can't just drop the ball.
Don't put
on
your
Michael
money on
Keaton.
Ezra. That's for goddamn sure.
They can't drop the ball on Michael Keaton reprising his role as Batman and just leave that fucking movie to die.
It sounds like they don't even want
Some
him.
shit doesn't need to be wrapped. Some shit needs to be flushed.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, I feel you.
Like
So,
Ezra.
Absolutely. I honestly, I would like to see Rob Pattinson's Batman
Become the Batman.
become the Batman
The
and
DC Batman.
develop into that confident Batman that people keep comparing him to.
But
Rather
the
than
vibe doesn't match the rest of that.
What about
universe.
Joaquin's Joker? All this DC. We never talked about Joaquin
That's
and the
also
Joker.
like a
and
totally different vibe.
it's
Yeah,
100% a different vibe. But that's
wouldn't-
just gonna
I
fuck
don't want
off
either of
after
them.
Joker too. Like they're gonna take
no,
the
there's
DC
3
universe.
movies there.
So what the fuck?
They're standalone.
So
films.
what the fuck?
They're standalone.
Standalone films from the. There's gonna be 3 Jokers and 1 Batman. Like
but
Make
he's
it-
basically saying no. He's basically saying they're going to unify. There's going to be a unified universe. This Matt Reeves thing. This is how I'm reading it. Is this Matt Reeves storyline is going to be a trilogy? It's going to end just like the Dark Knight trilogy,
And they're just gonna let it do
and
its
they're going
thing?
to let us do its thing.
Okay.
And then DC extended universe is going to have its own Batman.
that just seems
Same
weird.
with the
when they're-
Joker. It's it's going to be its little 3-part story, and then it's over. But there will eventually be
A unified.
a extended universe.
So we're
Joker
not going
that
to
is
see
not-
this. We're not going to see this solidified universe for another 5 to 10 years, probably, because
Possibly.
we need to get
I mean,
all
think
of these
about-
these Matt Reeves Batmans, these Jokers. Like there could be
Yeah.
a third one out of the way if this one. Like
If anything was
when is this going to happen?
if any current movie or series or whatever is going to move on, I would think it's the Matt Reeves stuff. Because they're planning for Arkham, the Arkham series. They're planning for what was the other spinoff? The Penguin series. That's going to feature Colin Farrell as the Penguin. There are a bunch of things that are tied to that that would have us assume that, hey, this, and I think that it can work. However, the only way that it would work is if Rob Pattinson actually works at being wanting to be that Batman, because that Batman would have to develop into the more brooding Batman, the Bruce Wayne, the confident Bruce Wayne that he keeps being compared to. That's just not the character, and I keep having to explain to people who keep telling me, "Oh, he's not this person. He's not." You're comparing him to a Batman that is a fucking billionaire playboy.
20 years later.
Has gotten deep. He hasn't gotten past his parents dying. However, he's learned that, hey, I'm an influence in this world. Whereas in that Batman, he didn't give a fuck about any of that. he's just trying to get revenge, and he's letting out his frustrations the best way that he knew how. And there was a difference between that character and Bruce Wayne, portrayed by like Ben Affleck or Christian Bale, where they are just more of playing that role of, they've already come to the conclusion of, oh, I have to be this character of Bruce Wayne, the billionaire. You know, even Michael Keaton, his even-tempered fucking Bruce Wayne, where he's just like super calm at all times. He knew that he had to play that role.
Except for the let's get nuts.
Yeah.
Let's get nuts. That was not an even keel. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you watch that, like he's just like, they're all smooth. They're all very,
Very true.
very seasoned Batman characters. Whereas this one, he's a rough Batman, raw. He's young. He's still very much in his emotions, and he's going through all of that. And by the end of the movie, he realized, fuck, I got to play this character if I want to make any kind of change. I have to play this character and I have to play this character. So I think we're going to see that evolution. And if we see that evolution and Rob Pattinson goes through that same evolution with him, I can see a future where Rob Pattinson is that Batman. But
I can see that. I wouldn't be mad at it.
We will see. I miss my parents. I keep saying that because I was watching Super Pets with my kids, and Keanu Reeves.
Super Pets
Batman
was so good.
Keanu Reeves was Batman in that.
That was a sleeper.
Randomly, he's just, I miss my parents. He'll say random shit like that. So if you haven't seen that, I recommend that as well. It's great. It's funny. It was funny. Anybody, do you have anything to add to this stellar conversation?
I have one thing to add to this
Let's do
stellar
it.
conversation.
This is why I asked the fucking question.
Yeah. So apparently, real-time follow-up, Chaz Kramer was killed in Constantine. However, there was a post-credit scene.
Where he
And in the post-credit scene, he came out of the grave with angel's wings. So maybe we get Shia LaBeouf
We got a chance.
reprising his role.
So you're telling me there's a chance? That's all I needed, baby.
That's what
That's
I'm
all I
hearing.
needed.
it would probably be just like a cameo.
What does
Which
he have
I'd be
going
happy-
on? Shia has
I'd be
nothing
happy
going
about
on
that.
right now.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia,
We've
I
seen
fuck
he's
with
got
Shia.
post-production stuff.
He has post-production stuff, yeah.
He does.
I don't know what Padre Pio is, but he was in that release
be
this
good.
year.
The Peanut Butter Falcon, Part 2.
Padre Pio. He was oh shit.
It's gonna fuck. He's got a beard. You know it's gonna fuck.
You think it's gonna fuck?
Yep.
I think this was already released, bro.
It fucked. I saw it. It's so good.
It's gonna fuck. It already fucked.
It fucked. It has
It
fucked.
already
Past
fucked.
tense.
It
The
already
fucking
fucked.
has commenced.
It had a baby. It fucked so hard.
Baby is born. It's in kindergarten.
Yeah.
It already fucked.
Parents are having sex with it in the bed, feeding a bottle.
No dog in the room. We're good.
Pieces of a woman. That came out in 2020. How was that?
Fire. It was fire.
Fire.
Yep.
Tax
Oh, so
collector?
fire.
Oh, Tax Collector was dope. Even though he was only in it for like 10 minutes, right?
Oh, that tax collector was so ass, bro.
That was
all
not
right.
dope.
He was the
all
best. He was the best part of that.
Creeper was the best part of that movie.
He was the best part of that. I was mad that he went so hard on that.
Right. He got
And
tatted up. Did he get his
Yeah.
chest
Real
tatted, bro?
And everyone else did not go as hard. as
Nobody
he
went.
did.
He's the only person that cared about his role.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
he was
you
like,
can't
if
do
I'm going to
this.
play a Mexican, I'm going
Shit.
all in.
I'm doing it.
I recently saw a video where he was. So I guess he's from that neighborhood where and he was actually jumped into a gang there. So he throws up
Like
all
in
the
real
things.
life?
Yeah, and the gang leader there, they became friends. So he takes up photos with the gang.
He was honorarily jumped into a gang, is what it sounds like.
He's a gang, and then after that he got the tattoo.
So he's
with
an
the
actual
creeper.
gangbanger.
He's an
he's an actual-
rolling sick, like
He
Jesus
has
Christ.
he has more he has
he has more street
cred.
cred than I do, for sure.
Absolutely,
For sure.
absolutely. So Shia,
Shia.
tax collector.
Fuck with Shia.
Creeper. What's
Yeah.
up, Holmes? He
up?
had that fake ass.
Don't fuck with Shia.
Hey, you see that fool over there? Don't fuck with that gringo,
like
bro.
creeper.
Fool, Shia, man.
You fuck with that.
Le
You
Bouf?
fuck with that gringo.
Le
I'll fucking
Bouf?
kill you, fool.
Boom.
Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know what he was saying for a second. It took a second.
La bouffe.
Poof.
Oh man. You
Yeah,
finished
peanut butter
that fool
Falcon is
yet?
good.
This fool?
I never started that fool.
Oh man. I thought you did.
No.
No, that was me. I started
that
one
was you.
episode.
You gotta. Well,
I
you
gotta go back
finish
to
that.
it. Yeah,
That's
I gotta
another
go.
good.
I
I'm
gotta-
gonna. It got signed for a
That's just a
second
comedy
season.
show.
So like it's
That's
coming
an
back.
easy. That's an easy watch.
I'll have to watch.
24
I'll have to
minutes.
watch that now that it's coming back for a second season.
All right.
For sure.
All right. Now, do we have anything else to add to the stellar conversation?
Anything you want to plug, Ray?
No.
Ray's just a part of the show. She's just like, you know what? Just end this shit so I can go home.
Yeah.
To my
Gotta pee
dog.
like a
I am
motherfucker.
literally just here for a good time.
And that we are having
Yes.
a little bit too
It
much
has been
of a
had.
good time.
You're welcome.
The laughs during this fucking episode in the most opportune times.
The worst.
All right. Let's.
JDF.
Serial killer. R.I.P.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm going to call this.
Just cut the mics.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you are here, if you are listening to this point of the
You are
episode,
here in the studio listening to this episode. Show us love.
if you've gotten to
Show
this
us your
point of the
face.
episode, that means you really fuck with us. So that means we fuck with you.
You're-
Ray. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for
Ray.
joining
As
us
always,
again.
thank you for having
Yes,
me. I
of
had an
course.
absolute blast being here.
Absolutely. We love having you, and you are welcome whenever the fuck you want to come.
Just show up.
Just show up.
Like
Yeah,
an
just show up
orangutan.
Knock on the door.
We'll be ready for you.
With my own knife.
It's go time.
Jesus
You should
Christ.
bring one just in case.
Remember that if you fuck with us that hard, you might as well leave us a rating and a review on your favorite podcast app. If you are listening to us on Apple, leave both. If you are listening to us on Spotify, give that 5-star rating. If you are watching us on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, right? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you want to cop some dope ass merch, go to insensitivemerch.com and stay drippy with Drippy. All right. But other than that, love you all.
Love y'all.
Love you all.
Love you all. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yo,
Happy
happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Eat some turkey.
Gobble till
Have
you
some
wobble.
stuffing for me.
I had to say it.
Gobble till you
Some
wobble. I
vegan
like that.
turkey.
No, I'm gonna cut you off on that vegan turkey.
Some mac and cheese with blueberries. Just get it. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Peace.